We are live. I believe we should be going on already. I should be going full steam ahead. Oh, we are. Cool. All right. Just because we can, let's add in a little bit of an intro here. Let's get this going. Oh, I'm muted. Oh shit. Thank you. Cowboy Rob, my man. Thank you so much. Oh, dude, I'm so sorry. Well, let's get this going. Let's repeat this again. Cowboys Nation, Two Tone Football, welcome in. It's that damn button every time. It always gets me. It always gets me. Appreciate you helping me with that, Cowboy Rob. My bad. I have my I got my boy going. He's helping me as well, but he was muted, so I couldn't hear him as well. So my apologies, guys. But anyways, let's get the show rolling, guys. Welcome in to TTF. It's a Friday segment. Every Friday we go live. And we've been doing this for about 20 weeks now. So this is number 19. And I'm very excited, guys. And it's Let's Talk Football. Of course, it's a Cowboys channel, Cowboys content. We're actually going to go through some Cowboys notes. Jay Barham making his debut. The Cowboys and the Cardinals preseason, kind of a couple players I'm going to be looking for, what to look at. And just kind of keep it going from there. And then once the Cowboys segment's over, I'm going to transition over to the Let's Talk Football. If you're a Chargers fan, if you're a Wizards fan, Giants, Eagles, Lions, Packers, Bears. Bears fans love to riot on the channel, which is crazy to me. Don't understand why, but it's kind of a segment for everyone to come in and talk football, guys. Kind of see how it all goes. And but first and foremost, guys, hope all is well. It is Friday. If you're new here, hope you like the show. Give us a subscription or a sub if you like. Hit that like button as well, guys. It helps the channel tremendously. The algorithm's we're always fighting the little algorithm. We got my boy T Rev. Happy Friday, TTF Nation. Yes, finally in the thick of preseason action, sir. My boy T Rev's a Chargers fan. See, guys, that's what I love about these Friday live streams. It's kind of just for everyone to come in and just hang out and talk ball, man. And hey, if you're a Cowboys fan, it's even better. And of course, Minnow Pond, he's my producer. He's my guy. He's my guy in the chair. I had him muted. He's probably screaming at me like, "Hey, it's muted! It's muted! It's muted!" And I couldn't hear him because that's technical difficulties on my part. But anyways, guys, let's get this show rolling, y'all. Cowboy Rob, thank you for being here, brother. Of course, one of my favorite viewers of all time, right here. All right, guys. T-Rev, dude, Tyler Biotish. Ain't that some sickening news? These damn Chargers have no luck with anyone on their offensive line. It's always like Slater, Alt, and now then Biotish comes in. And as a former Cowboy, don't get me twisted, man. Like, he's a serviceable center. I think he's good. You get him a good pair of guards to surround him, he'll be a serviceable center. He's just a little bit of, the strength wise isn't there. The IQ, he's smart. He's a smart center, but I mean, we watched him get bullied by these Eagles DTs. Them boys in Washington are always whooping on him. But I got a lot of love and respect for Biotish, man. Hope he recovers well because them Chargers, they got cursed with them O lines, man. Justin Herbert he's gonna be hurting for the next about 15, 20 years. Hey, kudos to him, man. He got his that girlfriend, his wife that he has. So I mean, that was kind of the universe balancing itself out. No good offensive line, unfortunately. All right, guys. Well, Cowboys are playing the Arizona Cardinals going into Saturday tomorrow, and Jayshon Barham is making his big debut finally. Something that I feel a lot of us have been waiting for. Especially he's been dealing with that groin injury, which has been a little worrisome, just a bit. And I ain't gonna lie, I at first I was kind of nervous, but then only because they lasted. It took so long for him to come back into action. So I'm like, oof, I don't know how I feel about this. But you know what? He played. He had a little joint practice. He's going into this game with Arizona, and I wrote a couple things down here. I want to see how many snaps he takes at the outside linebacker position, and also in the middle linebacker position, because usually he'll probably be paired up with like Shamar, maybe Justin Barron. I imagine. I don't think D Winters will get some play action. They don't have a list of who's going to be playing yet, of who's all going to be here. But I'm estimating it's going to be one of those guys. So I want to see how many snaps he takes at each position. And I think that's going to really kind of tell us if it's 50-50, then they're just going to be moving him around. But if they want to keep him specifically as that off-ball linebacker, maybe, and this is just my tinfoil hat on, if they don't play him as that, the edge guy, maybe they're like, hey, if Demo goes down, we need you to be as fundamentally prepared for action just in case Demo goes down. And that's just me being paranoid. That's me being paranoid. That's why I'm going to be counting his snaps between the outside and the middle linebacker position. And also let's see. I want to see him and if he does pass rush, I'm very curious to see how he goes against an offensive tackle. I think we've seen him do a little bit of camp, not a lot. He's usually just drops back in coverage, which is cool with me too. And I want to see his strength because this dude's built like a I call it a garage refrigerator. You keep all your like your garage beers, your garage meat, whatever it is you keep in there. It's always that big ass industrial sized fucking fridge. That's the frame of Barham. It is insane. And I want to see that strength tested against another offensive lineman, against the Cardinals. And even if it is a second and third team, I want to see him have some success. The curve is going to be there, and that's fine. But I just want to see him just kind of body somebody. If I'm being completely honest with you guys. Let's see. And then if he does drop back in coverage, I want to see how he reacts. Is he watching the full field? Like what his assignments would be when he does drop back in coverage. That's what I'm curious to know. Hey, my boy, Hoodie, man. Thank you for being here, bro. Appreciate you guys. Check out my guy Hoodie Kush, y'all. He's another content creator, a Cowboys content creator at that. Even better. He's good people, man. Very good people. Appreciate that, guys. Appreciate that. Hit the like button, y'all. It does help the channel out tremendously. We're always fighting. Us smaller channels are always fighting that dang algorithm all the time. All the time. Appreciate you, Hoodie. Hey, safe travels to Minnesota, brother. Hope you get there safe and sound, man. That's what matters. Yeah, guys. And also check him out on YouTube, y'all. So that's what I'm kind of looking forward to see how he goes, how Barham adjusts to the game speed and actual game time moving. And I want to see him get as many reps as he can. I know they might limit him because he's a potential starter, and that's understandable, right? I'm on the side of like, let's get him out there as much as possible. Let's kind of like rev the engine a little bit and see how how he does in game time speed. It's massive. It's massive. My bold prediction for Jay Sean, I'm hoping okay. So at first I was like a sack and a TFL. I'm thinking, you know what? That's just me being crazy. I think if he gets two TFLs, tackle for losses, I think I'll be sitting there like, you know what, man, this is great, man. I just don't want to see no one run the ball on him. I don't want him getting lost in the sauce. When offensive linemen, when they run the ball, they kind of double team the DTs and they break off into that linebacker position. So they boom, 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 they branch off. If these Cardinals are good, I don't know how this offensive line is going to be for Arizona. I couldn't tell you. Honestly, I have no clue. But if they are physical, and it's the damn Cardinals. These damn Cardinals have always been whooping us for centuries now. And obviously, Clayton Adams is not with Arizona anymore. He was their former offensive line coach, and I think he played a pivotal part into why you think all those Cardinal running backs, was it like James Conner and the other guy they had, they were all successful running backs under Clayton Adams in Arizona. So I want to see how Barham adjusts to the traffic. Can he go in there and navigate through the chaos when these offensive linemen are shoving, like, if LT Overton or J Toa, I think J Toa is hurt still, but like J Toa, LT Overton, if these guys are just getting moved and these offensive linemen are hitting second level, how does Barham react there? I think that's going to be pivotal, because if he's going to struggle, that's why I'm asking. Like, that's why I'm curious to see how strong this guy is. I really need to see his strength get tested against this type tier. I guess not for him. It matches his play level, and that's what I'm curious to see. Because if he's getting lost in the sauce, man, what's the point of having him out like this big, massive frame of a linebacker who can hit stick, Madden hit stick style, if he can't find himself in coverage, and then if he can't find himself navigating through the actual trenches and the stickiness of all these offensive linemen and tackles coming, tackles, tight ends running at him. That's what I'm curious to see. Of course, it's his first fucking game ever, guys. I'm not trying to be too crazy reactive here. I'm not having high expectations either. But as a third round pick, that's a premium pick to me. I view that the 1, 2, and 3, those are your premiums. Obviously, I think 4 is too, but Dallas has missed and whiffed on 4s. And we don't even value 4s anymore. So the Lance trade, the Mingo trade, so on and so forth. Hardly even 3s nowadays. But that's fine. I view Barham as a premium pick. They've even said it multiple times, the Joneses and Shoddy, and don't got my Shoddy button. That's cool. But they've said it multiple times, like they value him, and he's someone that and he's a cool fun dude. He doesn't give a damn. He goes up to these beat writers or these reporters, and they're just like, "Hey, can you give us any info or whatever?" And he's just like, "Nope," just keeps walking. And then when he got drafted, they're like, "Oh, any words from Michigan? Cowboys have bad history drafting Michigan players, with those premium picks." And he's just like, "Yep, that ain't me." So that's the kind of attitude I really like. But anyways, him playing against these Arizona Cardinals, I'm not having unrealistic expectations. I think the sack and TFL shit, yeah, that's just my bold craziness predictions. But realistically, I just want to see him be physical. I want to see how his technique is handling offensive linemen who are just fucking barrel rolling at him. And if he does have to pass rush, I want to see his setup. How does he just run at him fucking water boy style, hands in the chest, just fucking trying to ram him into people? Or is he setting moves up? Is he trying to, like, we've watched Ezeraku just body Terrence Steele, and horrible. It's been bad. And I want to see how if he can do the same. Because Malachi Lawrence is doing it now. We're watching him. He did it a little bit in the joint practice in that Seattle game. And if Barham does rush, I want to see how he goes, man. And I swear, dude, I swear, if he struggles, that's fine. That is a-okay. He's a rookie. But if Demo goes down, and I've been saying this forever, if Demo goes down, what next? What next? Here we go. Welcome in, Woods. Welcome in. Welcome in. Dude, see? I can only imagine. I imagine, like, when you see Barham walking, it's just like that Tyron Smith figure where it's just obviously Tyron was a demigod first and foremost, but like Barham walking, just blocking the sun. It's like, what the is that a solar? Like, what the hell's going on? And it's just Barham walking to practice. Like, that's what I'm thinking. Oh, oh no. Let's fix this here. We don't want that to happen. My apologies, y'all. Give me one moment. Ba-ba-ba. Be right back. One moment. Welcome in, Gabe. Now I'm muted. Okay, there you go. I'm all over the place. Yeah, I'm still getting all this situated. I went from a different stream software, so going into this, back in the Streamlabs territory, put this over here. I used to call the term was building the plane while flying. So it's literally the plane's just fucking jittering in the sky, moving, and I'm just here taping shit, trying to move stuff around on my settings as we're going. So my apologies about that, guys. Coming into the new stream side, we have an upgraded version of everything, so I'm still kind of getting all that bearing. My apologies on that. My apologies. But hey, are we good now? We sound pretty good. I got the green. my boy's giving me the green, the thumbs up. Appreciate that, guys. So my apologies. It's also very hot over here, so this is getting a little crazy. All right, so let's keep this show going on the road, guys. Let's make sure this is going over here. That's there. Let's see. Can I hear him over here? Yeah, I got myself a my end hoodie. Maybe it might be like might be something. Yeah, we're good. Okay, yeah, we're good. We're good. All right, well, let's see. Let's keep this going. First and foremost, real quick, my boy Gabe. Thank you for being here, Gabe. Appreciate that, brother. No, he's a Cowboys fan as well, so it's always nice having more Cowboy fans in here as always. Appreciate that being here, Gabe. Another time on the channel. You were on the live chat a couple weeks ago. Appreciate you hopping back on the show. And what we got here? Woods. If Guyan can explode this year, he probably is the largest man at 6'8", 300 something. He's like looking up at the Predator. Damn, that is crazy. Holy shit, TG is like that, bro? I did not. Oh, wow, that is insane. I figured, man, TG is one of those dudes I kind of always forget physicality wise that he is also a giant, a freak of nature up there. And that's what always made him his ceiling so high when Dallas drafted him was like, dude, TG's ceiling can be insane because he has the like the attributes of being that big left tackle. T-Rev, if you're watching, man, like them Joe Walt type fucking dudes. Obviously, Joe Walt's a different level, but like that physical attributes, man, is being big. It's crazy. It's insane. DC for life. Appreciate it. Dude, Woods, welcome. Hope all the travels was good back from Oxnard, man. I heard it was Chris. It's up here in West Texas. It's damn 120 degrees out here. And the AC is whack, man. I bet it was beautiful in California, man. I bet it was, I heard it was like 80 degrees all day, every day. Dude, appreciate that hoodie. Hit the like button, guys. Hey, if you're new here, hit the like button, and also if you're enjoying the show, hey, also maybe hit that subscribe button. And check out Hoodie Kush too, man. That's my boy right here. Cowboy Rob, man. 6'9" Pete. Yeah, he's a big fucking dude. Former NMSU, which is funny, which is hilarious. But I was watching him in that Seattle game working at the guard position. He was kind of moving dudes, man. He was getting, and it's so funny because if I recall correctly, like he barely started playing football maybe like 4 years ago, something like that. Like he just started playing football recently. It's insane. So yeah, he has the attributes. I think he's someone who could fly. I mean, he doesn't make the 53, but he can hit the practice squad, and I think we could develop him. You know, if they kept Josh Ball around for fucking years, I hope they keep this guy around because not only that, he seems like a real good person too. You know, being that professional, that's what a lot of people want. He has that. Yeah, guys. I mean, geez, Tyler Guyton, that's insane. I forget he's fucking a giant too. And TG's been having a great camp. I think Tyler Guyton's been having a hell of a camp going into this. And the whole thing was injuries. And he does get nicked up here and there, and that's fine. But you know what? If Guyan can stay healthy, guys, I think that's going to be a big step going forward. Big step, big step. But yeah, guys, it is insane. I'm excited for Barham, how he navigates through traffic. I want to see if he does pass rush, how he does against tackles. I want to see that strength, technique. Oh, if it's not there, I'm not tripping, but I want to see him just kind of hand in the chest and move somebody. That's what I'm more excited to see. Also, if he does have to drop back in coverage, how does he do? Does he, I'm very curious to see how that plays out. But most importantly, when offensive linemen hit second level, I want to see how he reacts to that. That's what I'm very curious. But Barham, guys, let me know what you guys think in the chat. If you're anything excited, what you want to see from him or any other players, because I got about 4 dudes I'm going to go through real quick, who I'm going to be watching for tomorrow's game. And then hopefully, hey, when that all 22 pops out, we're going to be watching. We're going to be watching some goodies, y'all. Y'all seem to really like the film talk and me kind of walking through offensive linemen. I really appreciate that because I have a lot of fun doing it. And I know, hey, I've been hearing like, hey, man, fucking copyrights. I mean, I've been chilling so far, man. I haven't had any issues as of now yet, anyways. But I'm having a great time. And you know what, man? I always say this. I do this shit for the love of the game, man. I do it for the love of the game. Just reporting and talking Cowboys, hanging out with the community, man. That's what it's all about. And also towards the end, after I go to these training camp players, that'll be a quick little run through. I do have a special guest that's chilling right now in the queue. So once this is all done, we'll start the Let's Talk Football segment for Fridays, and then we'll just get this show rolling. We got some cool videos I want to show you guys that we have planned in store. All right, guys, let's get this going. 2 offensive players, 2 defensive players I'm going to be watching. Drew Schulten. I want to see his feet and his balance. And I want to see if his technique can stay the same. Because I watch him get whooped off on the edge, and he's just kind of stuttering, crossing feet. Crossing feet is a no-no in any kind of scenario. But Drew Shelton does have a lot of promise. He was our 4th-round pick out of Penn State. I think he's someone who is going to be that swing tackle. Because, guys, if Nate Thomas doesn't work out for us, and guess who's number 2? I wrote down Nate Thomas. Oh, boy. Yeah, so Nate Thomas and Drew Shelton, the 2 tackles I'm going to be watching the most here. We'll get all that footage out when it's all done and ready. But, guys, penalties for Nate Thomas was the big one. The mental mistakes, the mental errors. Obviously, yes, it is Seattle. And that was probably the loudest stadium any of those guys have probably played, coming from training camp to OTAs to Oxnard. So, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me like if they did kind of mess up. And there was a lot of penalties to be given. Dallas had like 20-some penalties. It was insane. So I do get that. But Nate Thomas has had them false starts, and it's tough. It's tough, man. But yeah, I want to see Nate Thomas and Drew Shelton, because whoever wins that battle, guys, do they keep both of them? Oof. It depends. If Nate Thomas continues to struggle this way, how he's been, I don't think they keep Nate. I really don't. But if Drew Shelton struggles, and if he's not playing to progressing or playing to where they want him to be, then Nate Thomas might stick around. You might keep both tackles. Kick out an interior guy. I know, because Keegan looks like he might make the roster, and that's him and Bass. Bass is going to be your interior guy regardless, center and guard, because he gave that second-round tender. So the money is already there for TJ. So he's your swing. We need a swing tackle, and who is that? Is it Shelter? Is it Shelton? Is it Nate? Because Nate's struggling. Nate is struggling, and the more he struggles, the more I'm sitting here thinking like, oof, man. It went from remember like Tyler Guyton and Nate Thomas battling it out for left tackle 1 spot, and then TG just blew up with it and took off. Now here we are, like here we go, Nate Thomas and Drew Shelton, and so I really want to see Shelton do good because he was a 4th-round pick. He's a rookie, but also Nate Thomas, because I feel if Nate Thomas, he's one of those guys. If you just put him as a guard, I mean that would fit. Remember Lael Collins? Lael Collins fought us tooth and nail, the Cowboys anyways, about being a guard to a tackle because he wanted to make tackle money. And I'll never forget it. I was like, man, if that 2015 year, it's just like, if you just, or that 2016 year too, it's like if you keep Lael just at that guard position, he's a mauler. He just eats fools. It was insane. And then they moved Lael to that right tackle spot, and he struggled. It was tough watching it. It was tough. Ooh, welcome in, brother. I'm not sure the way Shelton on the field until next season. It just shows a difference in O-line from college to pros. Yeah, I agree. In Penn State, I mean, Penn State's a pretty damn good school too, man. So it's seeing the difference in there is insane. And Malachi Lawrence is kind of giving Shelton the hands a little bit too. I ain't gonna lie, he's been giving him the hands a bit. But yeah, those are my two offensive guys. I mean, of course, there's skills, there's tight ends. I want Michael Trigg to ball out if he plays. I want him to do something, just to make any kind of impression on this Arizona game. Something will it happen? I'm not too sure. It'll be interesting to see. And then also on defense. Okay, give me one moment, guys. I gotta turn this fan on because it is hot in here. You guys see me roasting up in here. So I'm gonna go turn this fan on. If it's bugging in the background, if you hear like a clicking, please tell me because this is insane. I'm dying over here. Give me one moment. Give me one moment. Yeah, sorry about that, y'all. It's so damn hot down here. Dude, this Texas heat don't play, man. It is insane. It is insane. But yeah, guys, my two last defensive picks are going to be Malachi Lawrence. Malachi Lawrence is, of course, I want to see him have the progression going from Seattle into this game with Arizona. I think that's going to be big for us. And our first round pick, and he's making great progress so far. It's nothing too crazy. I feel Malachi's right where he needs to be. And the last one, guys, is Maurice Luafau. I think Maurice is one that we've really been pushing for. I mean, guys, I want Maurice to do good. I want Maurice to do good. I want him so bad. But the fact that they have him at this outside linebacker position, he's this edge rusher guy, I think that doesn't work for him. But Christian Parker likes to drop those linebackers into coverage. I'm a firm believer that's why he's there, because he can't pass rush. I mean, he can play special teams like a mug. And I think if he were to place him where Shamar James is, and I've been a big Shamar James guy. I've been pushing for Shamar James all camp. And I think if you put Maurice right where he is, he would beat out Shamar James. I truly do believe that. So I want to see him kind of, I just want to see no more big special team plays. I want to see him up there and make edge plays. We'll see how it goes. All right, my boy. Who was that offensive lineman the Cowboys drafted from Marshall? He looked like he could play, but folded like a 10. I don't know. Let's find out. Let's see. Let's look it up over here. Hope all is well, guys. It is Saturday. I mean, Saturday. It is Friday. So be safe tonight, guys. Do drink water. Please drink water. Okay, let's see what we got here. Let's look it up because I'm curious to know now. Because I don't want this to die. It doesn't surprise me though, because there's been a bunch of like Josh Balls and Chaz Greens of the world, a bunch of those guys that just been struggling. Oh. Drafted from, there you go. He folded. That's so funny. Now we'll pull it up. We'll find it in a bit. That is great though. I was gonna say Ball or Willetsko. I was like, I forgot about Matt Willetsko. He was another one. Those guys just couldn't stay healthy for the life of them, honestly. Those two dudes were struggling like a mug. That was so tough to watch. And then they tried moving him to guard as well. I was like, what are you doing over here? And that's what I think Pete is gonna be. I think he might be like, he can play that guard or that tackle. But hey, man, he's definitely gonna be someone on the project for sure, for sure. What a pull. What a pull, guys. Also, appreciate you guys being here so far as well, man. 30 minutes in. Hit the like button if you haven't, guys. It really does help the channel tremendously. And then, hey, if you're new here, you like the show, hit the sub. We're growing. We're at 179. We're getting there, man. The 1-year anniversary of the channel, September 2nd. We started with 17 subs. So we're trying to get to as close as we can to 200 before the 1-year mark. I think that would be an awesome thing to do. But we're at 179. We're one sub away, guys. One sub away from hitting 180. So hey, if you like the show, guys, help us reach that goal. It means a lot. It means a lot. Yeah, Ball and Let's Go were both trash. They were both so bad. Both project guys, both late round draft picks, if I recall correctly. And that's something that speaks a lot. Okay. Hope if the fan's too loud, let me know, y'all. I can turn that Johnson down. Bam. Got a damn industrial size AC just chilling in my room. But yeah, Drew Shelton, Nate Thomas, I think offensive line, I really want to see how that works out because Nate Thomas continues to struggle. Drew Shelton's going to have to be that guy. Don't want him to do that. And if Nate Thomas can finally get his bearings together, he can solidify himself as that swing tackle. I want Malachi Lawrence to continue progressing. Just, hey, don't get beat. I don't want to see him struggling. That's one thing I'd like him just getting completely beat up. That's not what I want to see from our first round pick. He is a first round pick. And then Mariste. I just want to see more from Mariste. If he can get a sack, hey, I'm with it. I'm with it. That's what I'm hoping for. All right, guys, let's turn over the segment. We coming in here. It's going to be the Let's Talk Football Week 19. This is all for the chat box, guys. Hit up the chat box, whatever you guys feeling talking about. It's what we're here for. I'm going to bring in my boy. He's also a long time he's one of my co-pilots on the channel when we do weeks 1 through 18 for the NFL season. He's a Detroit Lions fan, and for you guys that are new here, check out some of my older videos. The quality is not that great, but me and this guy, we've been doing this for a while. He's coming into season 2 with me, doing our weekly picks, and he brings in a great analysis. We have a video together of us in Nebraska. Check it out. It's pretty fun. And you've seen him in the chat box. He's going to be my boy right here. Let's see what we got him. That's T-Rev. Shout out to my boy T-Rev. First and foremost, shout out to everyone being in the chat box tonight. I appreciate you here. One of my favorite viewers. Cowboy Rob, my man, bro. Appreciate you here. Kiki's out right now. She's snoozing. I gave her a good old dinner before I went live, and she's asleep. T-Rev, I appreciate you hopping in, bro. Thank you. Chargers fan. It's what it is. It's Friday. We're finally here, man. Minnow Pond is going to be my boy James. He's going to be hopping in with us in a few moments. And of course, guys, Hoodie Kush. Check out my guy, man. He makes great Cowboys content. Always out there working, and I appreciate that. Adrian Woods coming back from Oxnard. Welcome back, brother. Hope all went well. And even Gabe, man. Appreciate you hopping back in on the stream, brother. Appreciate you here. I would love to hear more of what you got, man. If you have any takes, anything you want to hear us talk about, now's the time to do it. Of course, can't forget my man right here. Bam. Here we go. Simi Fehoko still in the NFL. So he was, last I checked, he was what was he? He was a Charger, I believe. Let's see. Simi Fehoko. Where are you now? I hope he has a job, man, because I had a lot of praise for Simi. He was someone I wanted to work out, but that was in that little era of Dallas just didn't have any good deep receivers. You know what I mean? So it says he's currently with the Arizona Cardinals. Word. I'm glad to see that he has work. Oh my God, he's gonna whoop up on Dallas for the Cardinals. That's gonna be funny. That's going to be hilarious. Okay, let's turn that off right here. Yeah, so if he's he's an Arizona Cardinal. That's going to be funny. If he has a ball. Oh, you know what? I hope he gets a touchdown, actually. Because he's a journeyman, too. He kind of went around the league for a bit. Yeah, Fehoko was with the Chargers for a minute. I mean, hey, kudos to the Chargers, man. Kellen Moore, Fehoko, Biotish. Dude, they just love some of our Cowboy players, man. It's awesome. I don't blame him, man. California, beautiful. All right, well, let's get my boy in here. James, got the thumbs up. Word up. All right. What up? Let's see. Let's get you up in here. Can you guys hear him, y'all? Let's see. Let's see if I can hear you up in here. No, can't hear you. Can't hear you. Give us a quick moment, folks, as we check our technical difficulties. Still flying the plane. Using June's copper wire and Roach's duct tape. Let's see. Let's see if I got us here. Yep, got us there. Still no on the audio, Mr. James? Nah, nothing. Yeah, I can close it, and you want to hop back in? Yeah? Okay, cool. He's gonna hop out, send him the invite back in, see how that goes. But yeah, man. We got James back on the channel. We got him here for the live streams too, guys, which is insane. This is his first live stream on the channel. So don't hold back, man. Don't hold back, chat box. You let him know. You ask him these crazy questions. He's a Lions fan, and I know. The Detroit Lions. It's crazy. But they kind of grow on you after a while. Let's get my boy back in here. He should be rejoining the stream in a bit. Guys, and we have many more collabs to come. Guys, there's many more that are going to be here. We got two that are planned up that I'm excited. All right, let's see what we got here. Hello. Put you there. No, I'm still missing you on the audio. Let's see. Yeah, guys, Arizona game. It's going to be exciting to see y'all. I remember Trey Benson was one that was very excited when the Cardinals. I was like, no fucking way. He was one I was hoping Dallas would target for a trade.
What about, man?
Oh, I got you.
Ooh, hang on.
Cool. Yeah, there's a bit of an echo. Got my boy James in the chat.
All right, how does this sound now?
I can hear you.
All right, how does this sound?
There's an echo.
Yep, you sound a lot better. I'm just going off the live, so if I'm a little delayed.
You're good. There's an echo in the background. You got like headphones or something on there?
What about now? Does this sound better?
Let's see. It's yeah, that's way better. Can you hear us still?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. The echo's gone. Sounded good. All right. Welcome in, everybody.
Now we're in. Finally,
we're here.
In.
We're now
this
in.
Is crazy.
Welcome back. Hey, James. It's different now. Hey, no more pre-recorded Zoom calls. Remember that shit, dude? No more Zoom calls, bro.
That was a crazy time.
We literally went.
We're just trying to put it together while flying. We didn't know what we were even doing.
It was tough for sure, man. Weeks I remember we at the end of like week 17, week 18, me and James were sitting here and we're just like, this is a lot of work. This is a lot more work than we thought it would be. And honestly, it was very fulfilling at the end when we tallied up all the I don't got my notepad anymore. It's retired. It's now gone in the old season archive books, but I do have my handy dandy notebook. I don't have our tallies from wins losses of last year, but hey, no more Zooms, no more shenanigans, man. We finally got an actual streaming service. So like, hey, when we do our weekly picks, we can fucking talk to the people of Two Tone, man. We can get our audience in here. Appreciate you, T-Rev.
Yeah, this is exciting to be on live. This is super exciting to be on live and see, what the chat says and actually be able to have more of a conversation other than just you and me. Now we got people that can come in here and debate us on stuff.
Yeah. And James, let's give a quick reminder and intro. So, James, would you like to tell the peeps a little bit of a behind? Because to be fair, James, a lot of the audience here, they don't know who you are. We've accumulated a good chunk of very, very great viewers, man. And I mean, I've gone to war with some of these guys, arms in arms, brothers in arms at other channels, other panels. And the folk in here are great, man. They're a great audience. They're great viewers, and they kind of get what we want here at Two Tone Football. And so for the new viewers at home that don't know who James is, he's a longtime buddy of mine, and I'll let him tell you who he is, sir.
So I'm James D. I'm the co-host or one of the co-hosts of Two Tone Football, and I'm a Detroit Lions fan. Became a Detroit Lions fan when Ndamukong Suh got drafted there. Since then, just always been a diehard Detroit fan. I mean, I went through a lot of rough years, and now here I am in the promised land of seeing an actual good Detroit team for once.
Yeah, it's very promising, bro. Very, very. Yeah, and me and James, dude, we've been buddies now. Sixth grade. So that was
Yeah,
2000 and like 11, 2010, 2011.
yeah,
So
around there.
something there. We've been buddies. We've been buddies since. We've been, we've been fucking brothers for a very long time. I went to Nebraska to visit him. We had a little. This is when we had maybe about like 50, less than 50 subs on the channel. I think we hit 50 in Nebraska, if I
Yeah,
remember.
we did.
We did, yeah. And so I remember watching that. That was fun. That was a game. That whole trip, that Nebraska trip was fun. Maybe I post some behind the scenes footage from there later, but yeah, that was a good trip, guys. And this is my dude here, man. And we've had some battles, some Madden. We go back and forth on Madden. That was always our tradition. Every Madden we always do Cowboys Lions every time, every time. And it's fun. It was fun. And then Cowboys and Lions when we play each other. It's funny you mentions Ndamukong Suh because I still have it, but I have a Ndamukong Suh like a rookie jersey card, and I'll never forget it. I'd always put it up like, dude, if the Lions beat the Cowboys, like this is yours, and it was insane. And they would lose, and I would just sit there and just be like, sorry, bro.
Yeah, that was during the years where Detroit was either a hit or miss team. It was really one year they'd be really good, the next year they were not so good. So,
Yep,
but
yep.
now we're talking about the Lions nowadays, and I think
Mhm.
I'm gonna say Super Bowl contender. I'm gonna say Super Bowl contender, but I'm worried about the injuries again.
Dude, that's the scary part of everything, man. That's the scary part is dudes just not being healthy. And dude, now it's crazy. You guys have a fucking great schedule. The schedule is fucking, dude, cherry, dude. You guys have a great schedule. Let's see if I can pull it up here, guys. I'm gonna put us in a Doctor Strange portal again. So I'm gonna share the screen. We can look up because we also have a couple videos. Oh, gotcha. We also got a couple videos too. We want to show you guys going through some of like the Lions camp. I got a couple videos I want to show James from George Pickens in training camp, which I think is going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, man, I think this year's Lions team is going to be very fun. The schedule's on your guys' side, and that offense stays rolling, and that's one of the things you got to give it is the Lions offense can move for sure, for sure. Up there with and it's so crazy because it's like Jameer Gibbs and Amon Ra. Then you add fucking Jared
JMO.
Goff too, and JMO too. Yeah, like it's insane.
And yeah, that offense is great, but I think it goes back to the line. It goes right back to the line, and with the Cade May injury, it's gonna be the question of how are we gonna line up the line at this point? Because we
Hmm.
know left tackle that's gonna be Sewell, left guard that's questionable now because it sounds like they're moving over Scruggs to go play center, keep Ratledge right guard, Miller the rookie at right tackle. I mean, it's a young offensive line, and Cade Mays was going to be the guy that was going to solidify that center and keep the interior offensive line together. But with his fracture to his wrist, it's
Hmm.
looking like 8 to 10 weeks injury recovery. So he should be back right after the bye. I think right after the bye he should come back. So that'd be perfect time for him to come in and help solidify that offensive line. But that first 5 6 games are going to be a little rough for the offensive line, I believe.
Dude, I was such a big Cade Mays fan too, bro. I was pushing for Cade Mays because out of Carolina, the guy's a mauler, bro. He's a great center. He's just a big. Like, I'm a big believer that when you have your center, you always want your center to be strong. He
Oh,
has to be big and strong because that's what brought in the whole Tyler Biotish thing. Was just like, don't get me wrong, man. Tyler was beating up fools who were going to be dentists and lawyers in college. You know what I mean? And when it came to the pros, he going against Jonathan Allen in Washington, Dexter Lawrence in New York, Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter in Philly. Like I don't even know if Carter was there at the time, but Philly's always had big DTs, big defensive tackles, and Biotish would struggle. And I'm a firm believer because he wasn't power first. He was like brain first, IQ first, which is great. You want that. You want a smart center. But at the end of the day, you want a dude who's going to be moving fools, and that's what like, Cooper Beebe. Cade Mays. And Cade Mays is a lot bigger than Cooper. Cooper Beebe's more just like stout. Cade Mays is a big fucking guy. He's a big
He's a
dude.
big dude, but he's also like that perfect height for center where he's still short and stocky. And by short and stocky, I mean this dude's still taller than me. But
Yeah.
compared to like someone like Jared Goff, it's perfect for him to see over the middle of the line. And he's just your perfect center where he's short, stocky, but it's not stocky in a bad way. It's all muscle in there for him. And it's gonna be amazing to see him come and play and be on the field. It's just he got to make it there first. And I'd be really interested to see if the play calling changes with Kata May being out.
Dude, yeah. That's what's gonna be so interesting. But man, the cool thing is you got Sewell. Sewell's your left tackle. 6'5", 335 pounds is insane at left tackle, bro.
And that's pure muscle. I don't be
Ooh.
there's dudes just jacked. Like watching him throw around, and not throw around, but he can go up against the Miles Garrett's of the world and just contain them in their box, and that's
I
just
would say
crazy
that's
to
tough.
me.
Miles Garrett beats everybody. You know what I
Oh
mean? Like
yeah, I
Miles Garrett
mean he's gonna
beats
get one. He's gonna
everybody.
get one,
But
but
the fact that he can get one on Miles is still always great.
yeah,
That means hey, he's there. Dude, that's crazy. Tyler Guyton, bro. 6'7", 325. And it's insane the difference in tackles, man, because Tyler Guyton doesn't have that power. And then if he does, he never showcases it because that's always been a technical difficulties with Tyler, with our left tackle, TG.
right.
So, yeah, man, it shows just the difference. The 2 inches shorter, and Pinnell's just moving fools, bro. Moving fools.
And the cool thing about Sewell is or Sewell is his athleticism. He could get
Yeah.
out there and just if he gets off that line and he's going to that second level on a run play, that's where Jameer Gibbs is making his 20, 30 yards all day.
Yep.
And that's what I'm excited to see with the new offensive coordinator coming in here. Are we going to run the ball more to the left? Because
Yeah.
usually where we see a lot of the big plays out of Gibbs is to the right, and of course that protects the football and everything. So it's going to be interesting to see if we run to that weak side now.
Yep. Who's your left guard again?
So that's going to be questionable. It was supposed to be Scruggs,
Mhm.
but with the injury to Cade May, uh, Scruggs is probably taking center, and rumor is we might bring in Will Hernandez.
No, us Cowboy fans know Will Hernandez. We
Yeah,
remember him from them Giants, and funny enough, the Arizona Cardinals, which is
yeah.
hilarious. We play the Cardinals tomorrow,
So
so
that's the rumor of one person that we're in contact with bringing in. The other one is, and if there's any Lions fans who will be familiar with this name, Lakin Tomlinson,
Tom the tackle, the old tackle.
the old left guard that we
Oh,
drafted back in
I was like,
2015.
dude, that dude sounds so familiar, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, son of a
yeah,
bitch.
yeah. So we're talking about bringing him back in to play left guard. Those are the two people we're not very happy with the depth at guard. So it sounds like left guard's still up in the air for the Detroit Lions coming week one.
Oof, man. I'm a big advocate, bro. Is like you need your interior guys solidified because I think good quarterbacks can work with bad tackles. It's that interior, that center, that left guard and right guard you need solidified because at the end of the day they can't step into the pocket. And now the league is evolving. These DTs are just getting fucking crazier and crazier, man. The Quinnen Williams, Jalen Carter's, Jeffrey Simmons, like even Chris Jones from Kansas City. And the list goes on and on and on. And Dexter Lawrence, like even him when he was not obese.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
you know,
The defensive tackles are getting crazy.
Mhm.
Well, speaking of defensive tackles, Aleem McNeil for the Detroit Lions. Wow, I've seen some of his camp footage. If this man can stay healthy, and that's if he can stay healthy, because he's one of the glass players for Detroit Lions.
Dude.
He has so much potential, just not in the run stop, but also the pass rush. I mean, he's been shedding weight, and it's the bad weight. He's shedding the bad weight, but he's putting muscle right back on, and he's playing in that middle of that defensive line. He just looks great being able to throw around the interior line. And I don't know if that's because our interior line lacks depth and is bad,
Yeah.
but I mean, it has to be a really confident builder for him if he could go in there and dominate training camp like that. And I think that'll reflect coming into the actual season.
Was he someone you guys drafted?
Yeah, we drafted him. Oh man, 6 years ago at this
Oh,
point.
so he's a vet then. He's been here. He's
Yeah,
been here for a minute.
yeah. It was either 4 or 6 years ago, and he's just one of those dudes you might get half a year out of him, and you're like, oh man, he's about to go to the next level. Injury, and it just kind of resets that on him every time.
Yep. Yep. That's the worst. That's the worst when you got starters, potential starters that have that glass jaw, the glass bodies. It's always the worst. Who's all in your DT room?
Oh man, no one good. It's always a rotating line. I think that's been one of the weakest parts about Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes is they can't find any defensive tackles. It's always just a rotating room. It used to be DJ Reader's in there, and I don't think DJ Reader signed back. Let me give a real fast look on the defensive tackle.
Because that's a big
for
one, bro.
Lions.
Is you got the edges. I'm a big believer in having that elite edge. You know, Aiden Hutchinson, and I believe you got who's on the other side of him again?
We got a rookie, Moore.
Yeah, so like you having those guys there, especially like Aiden Hutchinson's one, like he's elite. He's one of the few edges out there that I feel he's an up and comer, Will Anderson type dudes. And that's great and all, but it's like, man, we were just saying the league's moving into these big, thick DTs, the Vita Veys, like these big dudes who can pass rush and can also run stop. So it's tough, man, because a lot of these defenses that have had success, like the Seahawks 2 years ago, even beforehand, like the Broncos, their defense. Shout out to my boy Sean. If my boy Sean's hopping on, shout out to him. Hope you're watching, Sean. But he's a Broncos fan. Like their DTs are just stout, man. Like that's where you start with your defense. And like I hate to say this, like the Eagles, the Giants before they had the trade, like Washington. Even Washington's been on the DT train since fucking forever, since 2012, 2014. They've been on it. Getting those I think like them Alabama boys or whatever. So it is interesting to see if you guys are lacking on the DT spot, how you address that.
Well, this is what our defensive tackle room is looking like. So we got Liam McNeil at the right defensive tackle, and the left defensive tackle we have Tyleek Williams, 6-year pro, nothing special about him. Just sounds like he's just kind of a good depth player that can go in there. But we do have the rookie Levi I'm gonna pronounce it wrong. Onwuzurike.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't pronounce it. That's how you know he's a baller. But no,
So real quick, James, a few chats I want to hop in here. I'm sorry to interrupt because Cowboy Rob, first and foremost, my guy. Appreciate you, Cowboy Rob. You guys have come far. Thank you, brother. We have moved. We've been moving. We need to make an offer on Jeffrey. Oh, he's talking about for the Lions. You guys need to. What up? Appreciate you being here. An offer on Jeffrey Simmons out of Tennessee for DTs. Spend that money on Detroit. Yeah, yes, sir.
love that. I would love it. It's just the problem is we don't got money to throw around because we're paying players. So a lot of it got to come from the draft or got to come from good signings that we think are going to be depth players that take that extra step.
Yep. And then as Cowboy Rob was mentioning, it's Levi. Can you say it for us again?
Onwuzurike.
Hey,
But
nice.
yeah, that's a guy. That's a guy we drafted, and still a rookie. I haven't seen much come out of training camp from him. It sounds like he didn't have the best training camp, and I imagine when you're coming from the college level to that pro level, defensive tackle is probably going to be one of the hardest positions to learn. Mostly when you're playing in the trenches against men. I mean, you still got kind of a body of that college, you know, like you're not ready against these men out here.
Yeah, that's true. It's fucking true though, man. It is. It really is. I think it's very tough. DTs transitioning. And there's your specimens. I think if there's a couple specimens that we've seen in the past, that just could come out. And the big one I think this year recently is Peter Woods
Yep,
from
yep,
Clemson, right?
yep,
He
yep.
got drafted the Chiefs. Have you been watching him in training camp, dude? He's throwing fools, bro.
I have
Like,
no.
oh my God, he's him and Chris Jones are going to be a nasty duo over there. And I remember us talking about Peter Woods. I was like, if we had him as a first round pick in our boards and whatnot. So that was fun too. The draft days were fun. Guys, hit the like button. It does help the channel tremendously. If you're new here, hey man, if you appreciate the show, subscription, the sub would be nice. We're one sub away, guys, from 180. We're at 179 right now, so we're one away from 180. That would help out tremendously. But yes, back to the show. I just had to do a quick little roll in there. Um, but yeah, man, that's gonna be fun, bro. It's gonna be fun to see how that shakes out. How about your because I mean DTs, I'm trying to think of what other ones like who've been popped off as rookies. But Dallas, I mean, we're solidified with our dudes, man. We got our guys. You know, Quinnen, KC, and even the depth under Quinnen and KC, like LT Overton, J Toa. I might be blanking on another one right now. But we got some dudes. It's always nice having that depth in there, having those two solidified DT starters. And how Detroit goes around like working on that is going to be very interesting to see because I'm a firm believer you need those two, at least one for sure.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see what the defensive line comes to be. Mostly with the rookie Derek Moore out on the other side from Hutch. I think if we can create pressure and try to collapse that pocket, mostly with McNeil coming through the middle, I think that's going to be an awesome defensive line. Like we're looking back in the days of Nick Farley and Adama Sue and forgetting the other dude on the edge right now,
Ansa,
who's
is it
from
Ziggy
BYU.
Ansa?
Yeah, Ansa. Yep, yep.
Yeah, Ziggy
When we
Ansa,
had
yeah.
all three of them playing, that
That was
was when.
Farley was good, man. Farley was hella underrated.
Oh yeah.
I had a lot of love for, respect.
So like this line reminds me of that era of Lions where we had those great defensive tackles, and it gives us opportunities to pressure that quarterback into throwing a bad ball. It doesn't matter what kind of patchwork you put in the backfield at that point if you're getting there on them.
Yeah, I agree, man. And you know, that's why hey, Sean, if you're watching, Sean, hit the chat box. Shout out to my boy Sean. We'll get into that in a little bit in the stream. But he's a Broncos fan, like I stated. And you know, man, if you can, what makes them so special is they don't have superstars. They got Pastor Tan. That's it. Me personally, I think Pastor Tan is it. And that defense was one of the better defenses in the league because they had guys who knew what they were. It was like, hey, you're really good at this. You're really good at this. You're really good at that. Just do that. Don't worry about just do what you're really good at, and then all the pieces, like a fucking jigsaw puzzle, it all starts clamping together, and then you realize the machine's working, and now you get your oil, and now the engine's running. And then I think that's what makes Denver so special is they had the coaches, and which is funny because BT Jordan was a D line coach, one of the assistant coaches for the Broncos last year, and guess where he is? He's a Dallas Cowboy now.
Yeah, everyone plays their role perfectly,
Everyone does.
and it just makes that defense very cohesive. And that's when your defense plays the best is when everyone can trust everyone to go and play their assignment.
Yep. communicate, talk. I think that's what's massive, man. And the Broncos broke the franchise record for most sacks in a year.
Yeah, which is crazy because the Broncos always had
Who? Derek
good
what? You know what
defenses.
I mean? Like who? Like
Yeah,
it's insane. They got don't get it. Like I said, it's the guys they have. They're good at. They do what they do really well. And kudos to the coaching for adjusting all that. So it can happen, man. Like that's why I'm hyped for Christian Parker because and we have BT Jordan, the guy who was working with the Broncos edges or front seven last year. So now that he's here working with Quinnen, Ezaraku, Kenny Clark, like Rashawn Gary, all these dudes, fucking even Maurice Luafau, who I've been fucking bagging on the last couple weeks. Like all these dudes are getting better every day. And even though now we have like coaching who can put our guys in position to progress and have successful and actually get better as the year progresses is exciting, man. And I think having that duo together, it's like imagine if the Broncos had Quinnen Williams, a Kenny Clark, it'd be fucking insane. You know what I mean? Or you go in and add a Caleb Downs, like it would be nuts. Like oh wow, they just got a lot better. And that's what gets me excited. And maybe Detroit. Who's your defensive coordinator? Because like, do you fill
that's
coaching?
gonna be Shepard.
Shepard?
He is, man. I mean, he was promoted to defensive coordinator a couple of years ago. He was a linebackers coach, so he didn't change really anything on the defensive scheme.
Okay.
The only thing he might have added was more exotic blitzes, and I think that's what really helps with our linebacker core, and mostly seeing Jack Campbell come out here and see how he's now progressed since he's going to be the field general since
Anzalone's
Anzalone
gone.
departed.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
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 And that's gonna be really fun. I'm gonna look up the linebacker.
Oh.
Let's see. Let's look up the linebacker roster. So we got Jack Campbell, uh, Derek Barnes. Derek Barnes been around for a minute.
Cowboy Rob. Lions linebacker Derek Barnes reminds me of Barham, an off-ball linebacker who can rush.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah. That dude is. I think he's ready for a standout year.
Gotcha.
Yep. I think he's gonna have a standout year, mostly with these exotic rushes coming out. Jack Campbell playing the middle of the field, being more of a ball hawk in the middle of the field, trying to just take those low passes and take them away from the wide receivers. And then here's one that a lot of people forgot about: Malcolm Rodriguez. Everyone remembers him from Hard Knocks, but honestly, I think he might have a standout year. I mean, he was injured the last 2 years, and it really put him deep on that linebacker depth. But he had a really good training camp. It sounds like he's really buying in to just he's gonna go play wherever is needed. So he's
Invincible
just
front, man.
gonna
Versatility.
yeah, I think he's more the versatile guy that just kind of goes in there and just does what Dan Campbell needs him to do, and we'll see how he plays out. I think he'd be one of the game changing linebackers if he progresses into what I think he can fill into.
Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, man, these linebackers are going to be tough, man. I've been a big Jack Campbell fan. I know when Detroit got him, I was very, very happy because I was like, damn. It's like you guys got one. You guys got one. Especially Dallas in that time when we were struggling for our linebackers. Our linebackers were tough, man, tough. The real my boy, is Nick Chubb retired? I don't know. I don't know if he is retired. I mean, if he is, it's tough because it's like, man, two leg injuries is insane. Like that's such a tough one.
Let's take a look.
Vinny, my boy. Appreciate you
Yeah,
being here, Vinny. Thank you for being here, brother.
he just he just announced 2 hours ago that he is retiring.
Oh, Nick Chubb did retire. We just got that. Yeah,
Yeah,
we got that on air, guys. Fuck. That is insane.
yeah. That really sucks because if that injury didn't happen, he would still be one of the most dominant running backs.
Yep. Yeah, I know that injury's tough, man. Nick Chubb. I really wanted him to push for Dallas a couple years ago, and that was never gonna happen. But dude, that is insane. Vinny, thank you for being here, brother. Dude, we got some great chats, guys. We got some real great chats here. And I appreciate you guys being here. Hit the like button, guys. It does help the channel tremendously. Um, just fighting that algorithm, guys. It's like Terminator style, us versus the machines, folks. It's literally us versus the machines of this algorithm. And you know what, Vinny? A right tackle would be massive. I think having that depth look is something Dallas needs because truthfully, bro, it's Drew Shelton or Nate Thomas. I don't know who it's gonna be, and they're both very iffy for me. So I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. The real Darrell, brother. Dude, great breaking the news, man. Breaking the news, bro. And Cowboys Rob. Cowboys Rob with some Lions knowledge, man. My man, dude, my man. Dude, he dropping some good facts here. And we'll go get a shout out to my boy Hoodie. Check out Hoodie Kush, guys. Hit that like button. Helps out tremendously. Yeah, man, that's great. That is great. Steel is a turnstile? That
Man, that might be the meanest thing I've heard.
is insane. That is insane. I think Steele's gonna be one of those positions where we know what he is. We know who Steele is. And he has his highs and he has his lows, but it doesn't really deter. There's no really high extremes. But I mean, we've watched him beat up the Bosa brothers. We watched him fight Khalil Mack. It's crazy. We've watched Terrence Steele battle these high top tier elite edges, and then he struggle with homeboy John Myers Smith from fucking New York or from Washington or some whoever it is, him struggle pass blocking. And yes, he can run block. That is very true. He can run block, but you
Is that
know,
a lack of preparation, or is it just that's
he
just
has
who
he
he
has all
is?
the tools. He has it all there, and that's who he is now at this point in his career. Me personally, I feel it's a mental thing. Because I mean, hey, we've watched him, run blocking absolutely, and he does struggle in pass block. But we've watched him pass block against Bosa, both Bosa brothers, and Khalil Mack, having success doing it. So he can, if he turns it on and clicks it on, he can do it. And then he just struggles against these lower tier edges. And that's what bothers me so much is then the confidence. I think it's a mental thing with Steele. I think it's all a mental. You got to keep him going, high rolling, and then when he crashes hard, and it's hard to kind of recoup and dig yourself back up. And we watched Steele. When Steele crashes, he hits hard, man. It's a fucking car crash to watch when he's struggling. But when he's on it, he's on it. You kind of sit there and you're like, damn, Terrence Steele is like our best tackle. He was our best lineman today, which is, and it happens. There's been games where that does happen. I think it's just a mental error. And he did get. I mean, he is going in what 2 years now post injury. Yeah, that injury did. But to be fair, to counter my argument, the Bosa brothers and the Khalil Mack year was before his injury, so that is one to say for sure. But I still think he does have the attributes, and he does show it, man. He does have those flashes. He does have them. Year 4, Hoodie, my boy, hopping in, dude. Yes, sir. Yeah, year 4. Damn, ACL. That's tough. That is tough. Yeah, DTs. I mean, DTs. Oh, Siri, I'm not talking to you, Siri. The machines, guys. The dang AIs. I'm telling you, it's happening. Right tackle. You guys are also looking for your right tackle as well, James?
We did draft him, Blake Miller, so it's going to be interesting to see how he plays. Lot what came from training camp. He looked good, but he was still a little slow getting off the ball. A little slow getting off the ball and being caught upright too much. And I think that's just the speed of the league compared to college. Once again, it's just gonna take a couple weeks to get used to. And I don't think we'll even see that going into the actual regular season. I think by then he'll be ready because he's already taking snaps with the first team. So,
Oh
and
yeah,
you got to
he
think
was your
he's,
first round pick, right? That's what you
yeah,
drafted him for. And so he was what, out of Iowa?
out of Clemson.
Clemson. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
So, so it's one of those things where it's gonna take a minute for him to just get used to the speed of the league, And mostly when you're going against someone like a Hutch, like, come on. Hutch is one of the fastest people off the line. Of course, he's going to go pick on the rookie and get a couple clips during training camp and call it good.
Well, I mean, that's what you want, though, man. You want your rookie, your first round pick, rookie tackle going up against literally Aiden Hutchinson all day, every day. It's like, yeah, you know what? We did it when Tyler Guyton got drafted. We had Micah Parsons. And that the whole thing, and guess who we had Tyler Guyton's first assignment week 1 was Myles Garrett with the Browns.
Ooh,
Dude, and that's
ooh.
your rookie left tackle, blind side of the quarterback of, and after Dak just signed his 60, well, I guess it was the year he signed his 60 million APY year. So it's like you got this crazy $1 billion quarterback there, and your rookie left tackle got to go up against Myles Garrett week 1. And so yeah, so that year TG, he literally, all they did is put Parsons over Tyler Guyton. And then Tyler Guyton was, I think he got hurt. He might have got hurt either sometime in camp, missed time, and then towards the end started week 1. Because I mean, he played week 1, and they literally just they ran the ball completely opposite of Myles Garrett that game. They did not fuck around with Myles that game with Tyler Guyton. But my point being, with your rookie right tackle, dude, of course I'm throwing Aiden Hutchinson over him all day. I was like, you know what? Guess how you get better? Tyron Smith is the reason why he is a first ballot Hall of Famer is because Demarcus Ware was whooping Tyron Smith's ass every day for 1 year. They played together for 1 year, and that 1 year helped Tyron develop. And it was ugly from Tyron Smith, man. He was our right. He came in as a rookie right tackle as well, and then they eventually moved him to left tackle. If I recall correctly, guys, if I'm wrong, please correct me. But so then they did that. Tyron literally practiced against Demarcus Ware. Demarcus Ware is currently a first ballot Hall of Famer. So like you need that. You need that iron sharpens iron type deal. And if you can get Hutchinson just whooping on him, hey bro, eventually he's gonna win one. And then when he does, that's when you can start building from there.
Yeah, you start building from there. The confidence builds, and mostly I imagine a lot of playing the line is a lot of confidence building of like I can actually block this dude. I can go play a regular season game
Mm-hmm.
against one of the better defensive ends of the league
Yeah.
and hold it up. So I mean it's gonna be exciting to watch a rookie out on out on the tackle position. I mean, last time we seen that was Sewell, and Sewell was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're watching Miller actually come in and fill that position.
Yep.
And watch it all again, and hopefully it's another easy dub at the right tackle. I mean, we hit it with Sewell. I'm hoping we hit it with Miller, but it's gonna be
Sewell was
it's
also
gonna
a
be
freaking ace,
interesting.
by the way. There's a reason he went such high. Because what, you drafted him at 5 or something, like 4, 5, 6.
Sewell,
Yeah.
I think we drafted him at 6 or 7.
6 or 7. Okay, see, that's about where it is. Shout out to the chat box, guys. I appreciate you being here. I'm gonna highlight you guys in a second because I shout out to Momo, by the way. I love it, man, from Washington. Thank you for being here, brother. A Washington, a Commanders fan. But yeah, man, I will say, James, when it comes to the right tackles, bro, I think you really want them to work on like their technique as a rookie. It's just like, look, man, you're not gonna outpower a lot of these dudes because you said it best. These are men that they're playing up
Yeah,
against, like grown men that have been in the league for some time now. So and especially if you have Aiden Hutchinson, he's not going to outpower Aiden Hutchinson. Penel Sewell was a freak of nature you guys drafted at 6 or 7. A top 10 premium pick. He was like the Francis Mauanoa kind of this year from Miami. That like top tier, like that's the tackle, that's the dude. And Penel Sewell's
right,
is he's
right.
that dude. And I think when you got your new right tackle, you really, really, really want to do it's this technique, man. Hold down your fundamentals, hold down your base, and then from there you can just survive. And if you can survive, you'll be okay. And what
Yeah,
better
I
way to do
mean,
it
it's
than Aiden Hutchinson?
it's gonna be it's gonna be it's gonna be interesting to see how he develops, and mostly with offensive lines, it's sometimes your boom, and how the league sees it is if you can't develop, I thank you. on to the next team.
Mhm.
So it's going to be interesting for him. But I think Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell know what they're doing.
Yep. Who do you guys play week 1? Do you know?
The Saints.
Oh, nice, nice. Chase Young, man. Chase Young's a good test. Chase Young's good. We just watched
Yep.
the Cowboys and the Saints bully each other for like 2 hours. That was fun. That was a great video, by the way. Great live stream. So Nolans is gonna be a good Chase Young and the number 15, I believe, 45 or 15. Um, Real quick, guys, let's hit up the chat box. We got some new viewers up in here. Vinny, yes, Barham's playing against the Cardinals. I'm very excited to see how he does. I want to see how Barham adjusts in the chaos. When offensive line hit second level and they hit DTs and you have an offensive lineman running at you, how does he react to that? How does he shed blocks? Is his power going to come in? Is he just going to rely on his power? That's what I want to see from Barham. How does he react to the craziness when does he get lost in the sauce? And then also when if they use him to rush the passer, is he set up moves? Is he trying to counter? Is he trying to counter the offensive tackle? Or is he just gonna fucking water boy straight run at him, fucking two hands? That's what I'm concerned about. Momo, thank you for being here, brother. Thank you for being here, man. Uh Welcome into Two Tone Football. We're Cowboys content. This is our weekly live streams every Friday. I have a segment called Let's Talk Football. It's open to anybody. It's not just Cowboys. It's for we have Wizards. I'm sorry. I know you don't like the disrespect from Washington. I'm not trying to disrespect you or the Wizards. I've since they've changed their name to the Commanders. It's been zip this that different logos, different names. I say, hey, you know what? You guys are just going to be in cahoots with the basketball team, Washington Wizards. So that's when I say the Wizards, that's who I'm referring to. But no, man, I love the channel, bro. I love the content. Very excited to see you. I love talking to you in the panel too from Next Level Sports Lounge. It's a great show as well, guys. For anyone that's in the stream, check them out. They have a great show. All of them, Lloyd, Blue Virus, all of them out there doing good content. CZ, Oscar, all of them. They're all the guys, man. They're all the guys. But yeah, man. Appreciate you being here, Momo. We have one question for you, James. What do
Ooh.
you think of Jimmy Roldler, linebacker from Michigan? Another Michigan cat, huh? What is it with these
We
Michigan?
we 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 drafted a lot of Michigan this year,
Like,
but but Jimmy Rolder, I think, is one of the low key players for the Lions, and it won't you won't see it this year. You might not see it next year, but I think this is the guy that's going to come in and replace Barnes. Honestly, once or even if Barnes gets injured or if we move on from him, he's just one of the dudes downhill linebacker. Just loves to interrupt the run, and he's proved it during training camp against Pacheco. There's multiple times he went in there and just blew up on Pacheco.
oh,
And,
we'll
and
get
dude,
into that
it
too.
was
Man. Jeez.
it was dirty, not dirty, but it was fun to watch seeing someone get excited making their first big plays in the league. Even though it's training camp, it's still amazing to watch him come downhill and shoot in between the gaps of the offensive line or meeting them at the hole. And he did it multiple times, and it's going to be really fun. And but I don't think he's going to get a lot of playing time this year or maybe next year. But he's going to be a lot of special teams, and I think that's where we need him right now. Let him go out there on special teams. He has the speed. Let him go make the plays on that side of the football. But it would not surprise me. Give it a year or two, and he might be filling the Barnes role right now, where it's going to be a lot of blowing up the rush or coming off the ball for a blitz and getting in the backfield. I think he has a lot of high potential, and he has a great leadership mentality. And everything I've seen and read from him is that he's great in the locker room. He loves being around the dudes, and he
Professional.
just
That's what you want. Yeah.
yeah, he's just a professional guy out there, and he loves it. He loves the game of football, and I think that's a tangible thing that a lot of times we miss out on talking about is how are they in the locker room? How does his peers look at him? How do other players look at him?
Yeah, especially in that draft process. It was fun seeing a behind the scenes for the Cowboys via with Crown Global Media brought in the head lead scout for the Cowboys. Check out Crown Global Media, by the way, guys. Make Vach and Brian make great content. Very the pioneers, I'd say. But anyways, they said the big thing when they draft or when they scout, they always ask the training staff because obviously the training staff can't tell them details of injuries. You know what I mean? It's illegal. You can't do that. But what they'll do is like the reason they talk to the training staff is because that is the closest level to see how they react with civilians. You know, it's like how do they treat women? How do they treat the trainers? How do they treat everybody else at the facility? You know, that's what they usually ask. And if the trainers, there's been times where they've heard the trainers go, like, yeah, he's kind of a bit much. And then they've also had the flip of it where it's like, no, yeah, he's a great person. You know, he's always here early, first one here, last one out type deal. And so, yeah, man, absolutely. The fact that you want, because that reminds me, I don't want to go too off topic here, but like Jaden Blue for the Cowboys, his whole thing is just like he doesn't have that professional mental of like, hey, man, you are a professional. We don't need to be going live stream on TikTok after we just got our fucking asses blasted by the Bears. You know what I mean? Like, we don't need that. And so I think that's the thing you really want. And I think Jaysean Barham, our linebacker from fucking Michigan as well, I think that's something they share is just like having that level of professionalism. And Jaysean doesn't take really no shit from anybody, man. Like he's just a straightforward dude, man. He does not care.
But great question, Mike. I think in a year or two we'll have the true answer of what he is. But I have high hopes for him right now. I think he's been kind of the secret of the training camp this year.
Training camp favorite, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Is he has he been playing in the preseason?
He's played in preseason, and I mean he's been blowing it up in the preseason, but he's been caught out of position a couple of times when he had to go play pass coverage, uh, and that's that. I think that's what hurt him the most is he got exposed on that end. But I think that's once again, I think that's just Detroit putting certain players in difficult positions to see how they respond or see, okay, let's see if this guy really does have the pass coverage that we see in training camp. Does he have it in an actual situation where, we're talking about his job is on the line? Does he go out there and perform under this pressure?
Mm-hmm.
It looked like he struggled a little bit, but where he made up once again was the run game, him coming downhill and actually being able to read
Finding the gaps, reading the holes, knowing where to be in position. Yep, exactly.
Yep. I think he might get a little too intense and bite on it on play actions, and that's where can see him get burned out there.
Most definitely, most definitely. Hey, great question, great chat box, guys. We're popping tonight, man. We have some great chats. And also, guys, too, if you have any other questions, I mean, whatever you guys may hit the chat box, man. It keeps the stream going, keeps us going longer. And also, guys, hit the like button, helps out tremendously. And James, I mean, let's hop into it, man. You want to hit the Strange portal, look at some clips?
Yeah, man. Let's look at some clips. I'm ready for this.
Ready for some clips? Let's do it. Let's do it. So I'm gonna put this up over here. Bam. We're gonna go share screen. Go the entire screen. All right, guys. It's gonna hit the little portal momentarily. Here we are. Boop, 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 boop.
There's the Matrix that we just seen.
There it is. Now make sure I'm all good on my audio.
Oh, here's my boy Vanillatron out here.
All right. Let's go over some clips, shall we? Let's see what we got here. So, per Crunch Time Sports.
This is from last year because I couldn't find one from this year. But okay. I wanted to bring them up because there's been a lot of talk about them this year.
This is, what was his name again? Vanillatron?
Yeah, so this is Isaac Tesla. or not Tesla, Tesla.
Tesla.
But there's been a lot of talk about him this year. He had a really bad preseason game,
Oof.
a lot of
Okay.
dropped footballs, and he was playing as wide receiver one, getting him the reps out there. A lot of dropped footballs, and mostly in critical moments. We're talking third downs and fourth downs. And you know how Dan Campbell is with his third and fourth downs.
Oh yeah.
So a lot of people have been saying that he might not be our third wide receiver.
No way. They're gonna push him down.
They're talking about pushing him down to wide receiver 4, but I disagree. My hot take is I don't think Dan Campbell is going to give up on him that soon just because his ceiling is so high and he fits the player that we need, just physical. And this highlight shows it. That's why I wanted to show you just how physical this guy can get. And I still believe that he's going to be wide receiver 3.
Let's check it out, shall we? All right, guys. Let's see what we got here from last year. So it's already in action. But let's see. No copyright, please. Thank you. Let's watch play. Whoa! Nice toe drag swag. All right, so this is what I like, James, right here. So the ball's in the air. You're gonna see at the top of the screen. He's looking back.
Yep.
He's looking back. Corner guys look back. Might be PI. Yep, he's turning. All right. Contact.
Hands are on him.
Hey, buddy, move the fuck out the way, dude.
Really
Jeez,
lit.
right there, man. That's like right. Okay, it's a little bit better. Jeez, so he high points it beautifully. What a throw by. I'm assuming it's Goff.
Yeah, that one's by Goff. But that's the thing is he goes up there and high points it, gets over the corner, and that's just a wide receiver that we're missing. And he proved it a few times last year he could go and do that. And people are talking about him sliding on the depth. I don't think he slides. I think he's perfect where he is, and he's just a young player that might be struggling with. We had a rookie quarterback out there. Maybe the balls aren't placed in the best area, and he just doesn't have that chemistry with the quarterback.
Oh yeah. Okay, what's we got here? We got Amon Ra. So if they're gonna put him at receiver 4, who took his job? Tesla's job.
Cedric Wilson.
Oh my God! Hold on. Hold up. Cedric Wilson.
Yep, Cedric Wilson.
The Dallas Cowboys Cedric Wilson.
Yeah, that's been the rumor that he might be wide receiver 3 if Tesla doesn't come and be wide receiver 3. But I think people are just hating on Vanillatron.
That sounds like hate to me because I remember, dude. Oh my God, Cedric Wilson had a drop in the playoff game for us, and it was like game on the line, and I was like, throw the ball to fucking CeeDee Lamb, Jake Ferguson, and Dak throws it to Cedric Wilson. He drops it. I'll never forget that. But I will say, Cedric Wilson's fast. He's speedy. He's a great receiver, man. He was in Miami, New Orleans for a little bit. I mean, he's great. He's solid. It's like, I would rather have Cedric Wilson than Marquez Valdez-Scantling, me personally. I would rather have him than MVS.
Yeah. I don't know where all this hate to Tesla is coming from. I think it's just the cranky Lions fans that are like, oh, we lost a preseason game because of this guy. And it's like, dude, we have a rookie quarterback out there. There's probably limited chemistry between the two since a lot of Tesla has taken, been taking wide receiver 3 snaps on the first team. Like, come on.
Yeah, I agree. Cedric Wilson, man, is insane. It's crazy. Looking back at it, it's just like, Hoodie said it best. Facts, man. I'll take him over MVS any day. But dude, Cedric Wilson. You know what? I'm not gonna say this. I love mini Vanillatron too. Don't get it twisted. I think it's sick, man. But that is hilarious. You said once I heard, like, I know that name. I know who that is. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna put you over here. Let's go back in to the portal. All right. Okay, Amon Ra versus DJ Reed. Okay, this is this year's cramp then, ain't it?
Yep. This is it. And I just got to put Amon Ra out here. Just like, look at this. I got a fangirl to this real fast.
Oh, no copyright. Ah, he's on him too. What coverage, bro? The coverage.
And it's just, man,
Yeah, it's massive.
it's nothing special, but it's cool to see Amon Ra go out there and try to make that play, and he actually does. Because that once in a while you'll see him get posted up against corners just because of his height, and it also looks like he's putting on a little bit of muscle
Yeah.
in
I was
that
like, he looks a little
offseason.
thicker than normal, man. Like he's kind of put some muscle on.
So I think that's gonna be amazing to see how he comes to plays and see how physical he can be.
All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, so this one, you sent me this one. I was a little confused. The Rake Straw, the huge bounce back week at Detroit Lions. So what is he a linebacker
So
or?
he's a corner. He's been hurt the last 2 years, and with Arnold's departure to the penitentiary, uh, this is who's coming in at cornerback too. And last 2 years he's been injured. He had to deal with the ACL injury coming out of college. Uh, the last season he played one game until he hurt his groin, and it was just an ongoing issue where he couldn't get back out on the field. And I think he dealt with another injury too, but it looks like he's coming out there with confidence and is getting out there and getting used to the plays. And it's someone I wanted to bring up that I think it's going to be important for Detroit fans to watch and see him develop. I think he's going to give up some big plays at the beginning of the year, unfortunately. But this is a guy I think that can be developed into a cornerback one.
All right, let's see what we got here. Uh-oh, no copyright. Don't want that. Oh my God, it was just bobbling around everywhere.
Yeah.
Jeez. Oh
Yep.
my God.
Number 27, that's him. But but he was in the perfect area for the play, was reading the quarterback's eyes. If you actually go back through that and slow-mo it, you can perfectly see the quarterback's eyes staring down the wide receiver.
Right here.
Yep, yep. And he's just perfectly in there ready for it.
Who's
So I
your
think
who's your backup quarterback?
uh so Teddy Bridgewater just stepped away once again from the Detroit Lions.
Teddy Two Gloves.
We do have a rookie in Luke Altmaier out of Illinois, and I'm pretty
Ooh.
excited to see him. I've watched him because I'm from Big Ten country, so I've watched him for the past 4 or 5 years, and I think he can develop into a really good backup quarterback.
Okay. All right, here we go. See, check some chat box real quick. I hope you guys can hear me. I was told the audio on my end is a little low, so hopefully I kind of turned it up. Hopefully this helps a little bit. See, Hoodie, he said he likes Tesla. He's nice. I mean, he is pretty sick, man. I dig it.
Yes,
Dig it. It's a nice high point catch. Shout out to Momo. Welcome. Yeah, appreciate you being here, Momo. Thank you. Dang Wizards. All right, let's hit our little portal again. Here we go. All right. Dang, yeah. I think these are the three. I think you sent
and there
me.
should be a JMO one in there. I think
I took that one down because it had
had
music
music.
playing behind it, and then like it was kind of a little shaky on like the actual screen.
Okay. Yeah,
But
then that's it. But the big one about the JMO one that I had, it was a lot of his route running, and that's where he lacked. Uh, was a lot of his route running, and I think him showing off in training camp puts a lot of people on watch. Mostly all the defensive coordinators I got to go against one of the speediest wide receivers in the league,
oh,
and
he's
then
fast.
now
Oh yeah.
now he's developing a uh, uh, a
A
route,
route tree.
yeah, route tree.
Mhm.
How are you gonna stop that guy? Mostly if excuse me, Lilith,
Lilith. We got a Lilith takeover.
and so lost my lost my track. Oh,
You're
okay,
good.
so
JMO, JMO with his route tree.
If we put Amon Ra into the slot, and then we stick JMO on the outside and also Tesla on the outside, that's gonna be a hard duo, or really a hard offense to stop. And then you're talking about you got Gibbs in the backfield. What are you gonna do? How are you gonna stop this offense?
Oh yeah, I agree. I agree. Um, Dude, yeah, that's gonna be exciting, and especially Jameer too. I remember me and you recorded. So this is when I was still under contract with Streamlabs, and I couldn't make any new content out of anywhere else. First and foremost, let's get a shout out to Lilith real quick up in here on the screen.
Lilith's our little mascot.
She's a little. Her and Kiki and Layla are the two faces for sure. I always love graving Kiki to the camera. It's like say hi to your cousin. And they're both cats are just like the
Just
hell's going
staring
on?
at each
Yeah,
other.
they're just looking at each other through the screen, like I don't know what's going on. Um, yeah, shout out to Lilith, man. What a baby, what a cutie. Yeah, man. I remember last time we talked, we were trying to do the recording, and then it was on Streamlabs, and it was all kind. It took us something that was about an hour. Took us what, like 2.5 hours to
Two
record.
and a half, 3 hours.
Oh, it was literally just setting it all up, which is crazy. It was so stupid. But yeah, so now we're here. It makes life a little bit easier, man. Jameer got paid. Cause remember it was Bijan, Jameer, and Jonathan Taylor. Those were the big three we were
Yeah,
talking.
yeah, and we talked about it in our unreleased episode
Yeah,
about
yeah.
why is Jameer not out there in training camp?
hmm
And I said it perfectly, was he's holding out to see who breaks. And then what happened, like within, I think it was a day that we recorded it, or 2 days that
It was literally like 2 days after, because that's another reason I didn't even post it. Cause I'm like, here we are talking about the Jameer thing, and then it already happened by the time like I was editing it and such.
and then Lilith.
Thank you,
Uh,
Lilith.
and
Thank
then
you.
yeah, and it was literally who was gonna break first, because you watched it. Jonathan Taylor went and signed his contract. He said, "Okay, I had enough. I'm just gonna take whatever
And his
money."
was lesser than the two for sure.
Oh yeah, and he said, "I'm just gonna sign my contract and move on." He's like,
Mhm.
"I got other things to do." No more than 3 4 hours later, you had Bijan go sign his. Was the
Yeah.
most highest paid running back, only for about 18 hours, and then Jameer Gibbs comes out and says, "Actually, I'm the highest
Wait a
paid."
minute. Yeah.
And that was the game. That is just the game. And mostly with running backs, I don't blame you. Go get your money. You're the dude that gets hit the most out on the field, no matter what. So, and I think no one was mad at him for it. Campbell said, "Hey, he's actually dealing with a back injury. Who knows if that's true or not?"
Micah
But
Parsons style on the table, laying there.
yeah, yeah. So I don't think anyone was hurt by it. I think it was one of those business deals where it was, okay, Jameer, we're gonna make you the highest paid running back, but we're just gonna have to wait for the other dudes to sign.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And that's just what happened. And I think it's on the side of the player doesn't want to be risk getting injured, and also the Lions do want to say, hey, we paid you the big money. You're our running back. Here you go. Thank you.
Yep. Especially after Montgomery's gone too, so it's like you're the guy, you're him. Like you
Yep.
gotta be take full load workload. And because Pacheco, hey, and don't get it twisted, I got a lot of love for Isaiah Pacheco, man. That is my guy, Kansas City, dude. Isaiah Pacheco has the coldest one-liner ever. He goes, "I ain't afraid to steal a grown man's job," and I think that is so Pacheco. That's the mindset you have as a seventh round rookie trying to make the team, and he did. And he was a starter, and he runs violently, that's what I really like about Pacheco. But then he his fibula tendon or something about his shin bone just obliterated,
I
and then
think his whole leg just blew up on that play.
yeah, his whole leg just bam, just fucking exploded, and that's why we're here post injury, and and Pacheco and Montgomery are two completely different style running backs, completely different, and so that tells me okay, Pacheco's more of similar to Gibbs, so if that's the case, they're looking for more of okay, yeah, Jameer is gonna be the full guy, he's gonna be the featured running back for the Detroit Lions going forward.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting to see because we've always had two different type of running backs ever
Mm-hmm.
since Campbell came in. You know,
McNuggles, all that type deal.
yeah, we had Jamal Williams, uh, and it's the same way. He was a bruiser downhill between the tackles, and then we had Montgomery come in and do the same thing. You know, just between the tackle.
Yep.
Now we have two similar styled guys. It's going to be interesting to see why that is and how the offense adapts to that, and see because we do struggle between the tackles and the offensive line with Gibbs once in a while. Mostly once we get in that 5 yard line, or if we're talking about just 1 or 2 yards on fourth down, Gibbs might not always be the perfect guy. And I don't know if Pacheco is gonna be the answer. But I've also seen Pacheco run between the tackles, and he's not scared to lower his shoulder pad and do the dirty work either. So it's going to be interesting.
Oh yeah, because like I said, Pacheco's a physical runner too. Don't get it twisted. Just because he's smaller in size, he'll try to lower the shoulder and he'll try to run through you, and that's what I really like about Pacheco. Dude. So on a side note, outside of running backs, James, there's a couple clips I wanted to show you from Cowboys training camp that I think you'll find pretty interesting. And also, guys, just want to give a quick shout out to the chat box. Shout out to you. Giving shout outs to Lilith, Kiki, background cats. It's gonna hit the Doctor Strange portal. Here we go. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Okay, so let's start. I got 4 of them. Let's just start with basic training camp. All right, guys. Once again, John Machota, check him out, guys. Beat writer for the Dallas Cowboys. They last day in Oxnard was yesterday. Guys, they put in the work. They put the money in to go record these practices for us to just doom scroll on YouTube. You know what I mean? So give all a shout out to Twitter, to John Machota. What's funny, James?
What's up?
I've been going up on here doing these streams on Twitter, and I tell everyone, hey guys, follow me on Twitter, Two Tone Football. I've been losing followers every time I shout out. Every time, I go back and check, and I lose more. So if I go back to 5 after this stream, I'm just no longer gonna shout out Two Tone on Twitter anymore. Anyways, so this is George Pickens at camp versus Siobhan Revel. Revel is he was our rookie cornerback from fuck, I'm blanking right now.
SMU, isn't it?
It might have been. It was East Carolina.
East Carolina. It was East Carolina.
Right. Okay, that's what it was. And so he was hurt guy last year. Obliterated his leg, and now, dude, he's been our rising star of camp. I'm not kidding, bro. Revel he's been a dude, and guess who? Remember I mentioned, iron sharpens iron. He's literally going up against George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb every day. Every fucking day, Revel's going up, and he's winning. He's losing a lot of them, but he's on it. So you'll see what I mean here. So can you guys all see the screen? You're good?
I'm good. We're good.
Yep. Cool. So we're just gonna watch play, then we're gonna go through it. I mean, dude,
he's. What can you want out of a corner in that situation?
exactly.
The ball was put in the basket for Pickens. Pickens really just had to be there to catch it.
It's a great throw by Dak, man.
The corner was all over him. He did everything he was supposed to do. Sometimes you can't really do much when when the ball is put in the perfect area. Look how he's just draped over him.
So I'm about to slow the speed and watch. So he could, boom, hand on shoulder. He misses, GP
Yep.
dips his shoulder so he can't grab him. So he's already off balance right here. So okay, but he recovered. So right now he recovered. He's on the hip. Boom, 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 boom. Looking. Bam. That's the dot, bro. Yeah.
The only thing you could have asked, and I think it's just because it's training camp, is to ask him to lay out for it. And I think it's just training camp. He just didn't do that.
Oh yeah.
It's unnecessary risk for a shoulder injury or something going on like that too.
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. Okay, so
That
the
shoulder
next,
dip was clean. That shoulder
right?
dip was woo.
Okay, so this one's another George. This one's actually him just like beating up fools. All right, so let's turn. All right, here we go. We're gonna watch play. Speaking of Barham, there's Barham right here, going up against TG. Bam! What a throw, dude! Holy smokes! And
Oh,
the concentration from George Pickens to catch that is crazy.
mostly
Bam!
that last second move he makes at the end to get a little bit of space so he can lean back into that catch.
Yep. So I
Like
just push
that
it,
is
and it's on Revel too, which is funny because like Revel's just been they're like, hey, how you gonna get better? Yeah, you're just gonna guard George Pickens. Like just go guard George all day. That's how you're gonna get better. So she throws it up. He's looking. What a throw, dude! What a fucking dinger! And he goes right there, one-handed. Bam! Concentration, hand on his chest, on his chin strap. Pulls it in. Okay, possession right here. Look at that. Look at this feet, bro.
oh nice. Nice.
Closes it in. Thank you, GP. So that was another good one. I think this one's from. Yeah, this is another crazy. Just George Pickens concentration. Shamar James, my boy. Watch play,
Ooh.
dude. What do you do, bro? Like I've been saying this for a minute now. I go, if you know any Steeler fans, be like, hey, if you're a Cowboys fan and you see a Steelers fan, you go, hey, thanks for George Pickens. Thanks.
Well, that's what Pickens was famous for
Hmm.
in Pittsburgh was that play right there. Was
Even at
just going in there and taking that ball away because that easily could have been a pick.
oh
But
yeah,
he went in there into that defensive back's workspace and said, "Nope, that's mine. Get out of here. Sit down, kid."
because well, I think he went. What college did he go to? Was he
He went
Georgia?
to Georgia. Yep.
Yeah, so like George Pickens, he did this shit in Georgia, bro. Like he's been doing this, and I tell you, hey, you know any Steeler fans? But hey, why'd you give Dallas GP? Why would you do that? You're insane. Like yeah, well whatever they use with their pick. Hey, thanks. Look at
See, and
that.
he gets in there. He gets in there into that workspace of that defensive back right there and says, "That's mine. That's mine."
Yanks it out. Whoop, perfectly. Nice. Watch that. We'll see if I can catch. See if I can. So balls in the air. When does he catch it? So he's going. Look at this, man. He's just reaching up for it. Ball's right here. Bam. Goes right between. It's kind of hard to see, but the ball's right between Pickens' hand, and it's right there. Secures it. Revel's trying to grab it. They're fighting. GP just comes out with it.
What a great play out of Pickens right there.
Dude, literally, he's been the one guy at camp who's just been bro. Oop. Don't know who that is. Don't want to go down Sydney Taylor. Thank you. Don't want that. All right, my bad. Make sure my audio is still here. Okay, audio's still there. All right, James, you still there with me?
Yep, still here, buddy.
All right. So this is the one. This is what I wanted to show you. This right here is what I've been. This is what I wanted to show you because this is a joint practice with the Saints, right? And this has been going down for. Did he catch it? Did he not catch it? And I'm curious to see what you think. So it's Chris Olave and Caleb Downs, and I will say, man, Caleb Downs struggled a bit with Chris Olave. But at the end of the day, people forget, man. Olave is a second-team All-Pro receiver, and honestly, Caleb Downs, you're literally going up against George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb, and if you're literally say, hey, Chris Olave, Yeah, you're just gonna be on him all day. Check this out. Here we go.
I don't know.
I'll go. I'll go.
You
Yeah.
really need to slow that down.
Right. So we'll go. We'll go. We'll slow it down right here. Playback will go down to 0.5. Here we go. Right here. So now a lot of people are arguing that it did not.
No, I don't think that's a catch with how that, because the ball definitely had to lay on the ground somewhere in there for him to secure it. Mostly with him rolling it around his feet after the play. I don't think he caught that. I think he got hands on it, but he never secured it to the ground, and that's because of Caleb Downs playing all the way through the play.
So watch. Here's the ball's in the air, right? He's looking, looking, looking. Fucking homeboy, move, bruh. Okay, so he has it in his hands, right? And he's palming it on both hands. He has a foot down, so that's one right there. I think that counts as possession. That's left foot right there. But okay, so now he had both feet. It looks like he has it, but now he has to survive the ground because once he falls and the ball rattles, then it doesn't count. So he has to now survive the ground. He's pulling it in. His knees down right here. So it's like boom, boom, boom. Okay. The ball's not necessarily touching right here. His hand's under it. And then right here is where we lose it. Right here is because now it's like gonna funnel down to his legs. And then now is like see that little lump right there?
Yeah.
Is that the ball? Because it's like that's not because this is his knee right here, and then that little circle because there's a little shed of grass right here, and that little like that black spot, that has to be the fucking football on the ground. Because then he squeezes, so then he squeezes it, and then he rolls, and then there's the ball right here.
Yeah, that has to be that has to be, well, even if you back it up just a second there, you can see where the ball is almost, it has to be on the ground. It has to be on the ground for it to even get there.
Because it doesn't survive. It doesn't survive the ground, Because it's like that right here. It's like I don't know. And then it's is that the ball?
I think that's the ball. That has to be the ball because that's the only way that ball gets there down to his ankles.
Oh yeah. I will say I'll watch that again in real time. What a fucking play by both of them, though, huh?
Caleb, yeah, great play by two great players. But I mean, let's be honest, that if this wasn't a game, that would probably be incomplete. We would have had different angles. It probably would have been incomplete, but it would have been talked about how Downs, while going down to the ground, is still playing for the ball and is still fighting for it.
Oh yeah.
Which you could see a lot of times corners and safeties will not do that when they're see a wide receiver get two hands on there. They're just trying to make a tackle. He's still trying to break up the pass.
Look at his hands. Look at his hands. Look right here. His right hand goes in to punch, and his left hand's right up in there trying to deflect it. And then he loses it. His hand kind of whips out of there too. Watch. His left hand, it's gonna go whoop.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought you would find that pretty neat, because I know that's been a big debate going around in the community. Is if like did Downs have the incompletion? Did Olave catch it? So that's honestly been a big debate. I'm trying to find, there was another angle of that catch, but I don't remember the channel or the actual account that it belongs to. Oh, cut this up over here. All right, just checking the live stream. We're all chilling. We're all good. But yeah, pretty sick though, huh? Pretty sick.
Dude, that's awesome. It's awesome to see Caleb Downs out there, and mostly going up against a wide receiver one. Like, it's going to be interesting to see how Dallas uses him on defense, because I mean he's so versatile and he could really just roam the whole field if Dallas decided to do that, and I
James,
think it might be beneficial.
we watched it. Remember, we literally have a Caleb Downs video you guys can go watch on the channel. Like we literally did our draft prospects, and Caleb Downs is one of them. And I remember sitting there just like, dude, this guy can do it all, bro. Like he's doing it all, and I agree with you. I love the idea of him getting reps with Chris Olave and all these ones because me personally, I went through the schedule and I'm like, bro, there's maybe like weeks 1 through 10, we don't play any big receivers. It's like Marvin Harrison and Malik Neighbors are the big two. Like we don't play JSN until maybe 11, 12. Puka and Devontae are going to be the week after the bye. And then even then, like the receivers we play don't startle me. They don't scare me. So the fact that Caleb Downs is getting work with George Pickens and Sedarius DeLeon Lamb every day, and then not only that, he's going up against Chris Olave, second team All Pro Chris Olave for the New Saints. Like, dude, yeah, he's gonna be. You're gonna tell me Malik? Like, don't get it twisted. I think Malik Neighbors is the best receiver in the first 10 weeks that we play. I really do, because after him it's Marvin Harrison, and I think there's a gap between Malik Neighbors and Harrison for me personally. And I say after Malik Neighbors, who do we play? What, McLaurin, Diggs? I mean, week 3, Zay Flowers. Week 4, Nico Collins, and Nico's a baller too. Don't get it twisted. Nico can play, but they don't start like they don't give me the jitters. Going into what like Emeka Egbuka, whoever the fuck is playing receiver for the Packers. You feel me? Like none of these guys concern me. The fact that Downs is getting work with GP, Sedarius DeLeon, and going up against Olave in the joint practice. And guess what, James? We had our joint practice with the Rams. People like kind of sleep on that. That's when Siobhan Revel had his time with Devontae Adams and Puka. This is great. This is great. That's what we got here. Well, no, I said the first 10 weeks. The first 10 weeks, obviously, those are going to be our 2 best receivers we play this year, dude. I mean, of course, those are going to be the big guys we're playing. I'm talking about weeks 1 through 10 because right before we start that little gauntlet of like the Seahawks, the bye, the Rams, yeah, we don't play any receivers that scare me. They don't. I mean, it doesn't matter if they have 2 good receivers. Caleb Downs has been playing up against elite tier 1 receivers. That's my point. I'm trying to say is like these guys don't startle me. Like Malik Neighbors, I give him that, and Marvin. I'll give him his flowers. But until we hit that JSN, the Puka, and that Devontae, that little, I guess, run towards the end there, I don't. I mean, I don't really care for any of these corner or these receivers. They don't scare me. They don't. And I think as long as Caleb Downs stays healthy, as long as our safety room stays healthy, because if JT has this hip injury, if JT goes down and then it's just going to be what, Malik, PJ, then yeah, Caleb's going to have to drop back and play more of that safety position where he's free roaming and he's more traditional safety. Because I mean, we've watched that too, James, in the Ohio State. Check out the video. We did our Caleb Downs breakdown. But how they put him back there and they just stopped throwing him the ball, right? They just don't.
Yep.
They just
They
don't throw
they just he just turns off that side of the field,
hmm
and I think that's great for the Cowboys to have that where they can eliminate a side of the field and take out, like how you're saying, a lot of these teams have 2 good wide receivers. Yeah, they have 2 good receivers, but if you could put Caleb Downs out there and just shut off a side of the field just because he's free roaming in the backfield, it gives opportunity for your guys' number 1 corner to be to have more of an advantage on a good receiver than one of the best receivers when we're talking like Puka and stuff like that. Because it's like who's with the Patriots? It's like Stephon Diggs and
Stefan's a wizard now. He's in Washington.
oh, is he now?
Uh,
Got it. I didn't even know that. But
yeah,
that's a perfect example. So you have Scary Terry out there and Diggs. Well,
neither of
both
them
of
concern
them,
me. Like that does like I'm
both of
telling you
them,
that doesn't concern me at all. Like I
yeah.
feel Ron
It,
Bland, Revel, and Downs can single handedly cover both those guys like one on ones. Like he can like Diggs won't give Downs the hands, and that's what I'm trying to say here. It's just like, Downs, I mean, he's practicing against these great tier elite receivers. Like Diggs doesn't scare me. Don't get me twisted. I think Puka, say what you want to say about the Rams, they fucking kind of struggled against their Dallas Cowboys in this joint practice. And of course, controlled chaos, it's a controlled situation. You can't take away that. Well, we just watched George Pickens beat up on Revel. And you're going to sit here and tell me, oh, well, what can we take away from that? Revel's going to be, he's going to be ready. He's not going to experience other big receivers like this. And I think it's similar with like the joint practice. I mean, yeah, don't get it twisted. Puka Nacua is one of the top tier elite receivers in this league. Absolutely. But we're not going to pretend like Siobhan Revel wasn't fucking on his hip the entire time. Like Kobe Durant, Deron Bland cannot find ways to be in position to cover these guys. All I'm saying is the tier between Puka and Devontae, I mean, we don't play them until week 13, week 14. Until then, we don't see there's no receivers we play until that moment that give me the jitters. And the only reason I'm giving Malik Neighbors his flowers is because Malik Neighbors is pretty damn good when healthy. He's a pretty damn good receiver when he's healthy. I mean,
The
he's
big
probably
question is he's coming off injury. We don't
yeah.
know what he's going to look like
Mm-hmm.
yet, and
Asterisk.
so
Asterisk.
yeah, so it's still a lot of question marks even over there. And then Marvin Harrison, I mean, there's been question marks of, like, is he really the next big thing? I mean, we don't know, and we'll have to see. But yeah, you're right. If you could get a Caleb Downs out there that can shut off a side of the field, and it gives someone like Revel a chance to go out there and produce and take away the other side of the field, you're shutting down the whole wide receiver game. You're shutting down the passing game. So
Yeah.
that's what's fun. The thing that does suck, it takes Downs out of the run stop, and I hate that because I loved Downs in the run
That kind
stop.
of that middle linebacker like playing close to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah,
Yep, is what remember they stopped throwing him the ball, and what did Patricia do? He said, "You know what? We're just gonna drop you down a little bit lower." And they moved, what was it, Sonny Styles? They moved him out to that like, hey,
yep,
go out there, or Arvell dropped down to that like the outside linebacker position, that edge rusher, and then they just had Caleb roam the middle because they had Lorenzo in the back, it's Styles, and then the other Styles guy, and then the other safety I don't remember. But yeah, it is insane, man. Caleb Downs offers a lot of versatility to the defense as well, bro. And you see what we got here. I'm not too concerned with Downs. It's going to be fine. It's how good is Bland going to be this year? Is he going to stay healthy? And is Revel going to be consistent? It's a lot of questions. I'll tell you this: Bland being healthy is also a concern for me. I do share that concern as well because his thing is it's been that foot. He's dealing with his feet injuries, and it's when it's original bad foot, and then the next foot, and the next foot, and the next foot. Yeah, that does concern me. I think Duran Bland trying to stay healthy, if he does stay healthy, will be solid. But I mean, that's why you have Kobe Durant coming in, and honestly, Revel too. Revel's looking pretty solid. And is he going to be consistent? I think he's going to be solid. I think he's going to have his downs. We're going to have him get beat. That's going to happen because he hasn't played healthy football since back at since college before his ACL tear. And I don't want to count last year with the Brock Bowers, the Lions, and the Chiefs and the Eagles. I don't want to count those games because they literally threw him in the fire. They said, "Hey, you're not ready, but we're desperate for help, so get out there. You're a premium pick. Go on in there." And Revel was considered a first round pick at one point before he got hurt. So, Revel being inconsistent, that's going to be expected, but I think the ceiling with Revel is going to be a lot higher. And I mean, we're watching him be sticky on these receivers, man. Like he's on it. He's there. Look at him. We just watched the film with George Pickens. He's on the dude. It's just going to be, the perfect
and
pass.
the big thing about those plays we just watched was Dak was putting the ball in an area where only the wide receiver can make the play. Now that takes a lot of talent. Does every quarterback have that talent? No.
Yeah, that's
And
what I'm
that's
saying.
where we're gonna see Revel make his plays this year. Honestly, is you know, let's say someone like a Baker Mayfield, who doesn't have the best ball placement. That's where he could go in there and snag an interception.
Yep.
And I think that's where he can really show off him being sticky.
That man press corner shit, man. That's what he's made his money on. And I don't think it's a lot of questions. I tell you what, the one thing I do agree with you on here, Morgan, is if Demo can stay healthy. I 100% agree. Not so much with with all the corners. I think you're tripping. Personally, I think you're tripping about the corners. But Overshown, I'm 100% on board because I'm a big believer that if Demo goes down, what next? What are we going to do at linebacker? Because D Winters, I've been saying this for weeks now. What made D Winters so successful in San Francisco is he had Fred Warner next to him, and Fred Warner allowed him to just be himself. So, hey, go disrupt plays, go find ball, disrupt the run, find the chaos. That's what you're good at. Continue with that. Now, and when Fred Warner went down, D Winters did step in and fill that role. Check out my Niners video with my boy Mandy. Check it out. He's a Niners fan. It's a good video. But anyways, he also mentioned as well, like, yeah, his play just declined because it was too much on D Winters' plate to kind of digest everything and try to man this defense. So now if Demo goes down, it's going to be Winters, Barham, Barron, James. Those are going to be your four linebackers. As of right now, with Demo, we're at five. And if you keep five, I think you kind of have to, unless you feel confident about Shamar James and Justin Barron. However that plays out, But at the same time, you don't even want them on the field. We don't. Barham's making his debut tomorrow against the Cardinals, but we don't want Barham out there being our starter for the first team defense playing 50, 40 snaps. We don't need that. But I've been saying this, man. If Demo does stay healthy, the Cowboys have the best linebacker group in the league. I truly believe that. I really do. With D Winters, Demo, Barham, and then with Barron or Shamar being those versatility guys, I think we have the best. But I agree with you. I agree with you there, Morgan. And can't we just franchise Pickens again? We can. Oh, and can't we just? Oh, yeah. So technically speaking, after this season, we can franchise tag him, but then it leads us back to the whole. He has to sign it. He has to sign the thing. So that's gonna be a bunch. That's gonna be pretty tough. Minnow Pond. Hey, I wonder who this guy is. Let's get some likes. Yes, guys, hit that like button. It does help the channel out tremendously. Great chats from you guys, man. You guys have been tremendous tonight. Just hitting all kinds of talking football. That's what the stream's all about, man. Just talking football. But honestly, man, if I had a choice, I had this on my last Streamlabs account, or I guess on the old contract. I had a little soundboard, and when it comes to George Pickens, I like to say he's gone. He gone. Yeah, Pickens might not be here next year simply because do we afford it? Can we afford him? Cedarius De Leon's making $34 million right now. APY. Does George make more than CD? He should be in that ballpark area, I feel, in my opinion. But as your receiver one, does he make more? He doesn't. So I think what they'll do, a franchise tag was 27 mil. You can go in and be, hey man, we'll give you 29 or maybe even like 29.95 or maybe 30.02, something crazy like that. So he'll be in the 30 million, considered technically a $30 million APY player, but it'll be maybe closer to like 28, 27, 29 mil. And that's all going to be just if Pickens wants to take a discount, because he doesn't have to take a discount to stay here. He can get paid. And I think he knows that if he has a great year again, which he might, yeah, he'll just go get paid somewhere else. And that's at this time, he'll have an option to choose where he wants to go. So he can go to the Kansas City Chiefs with Pat Mahomes. He can go to the Buffalo Bills with Josh Allen. He can go to the Detroit Lions with Jared Goff. You know what I mean? Like, he can go.
Can a tag and trade be an option for the Cowboys?
I think when it comes to George Pickens, I think a lot of people thought about trading him. If you do trade GP, it got to be for Max. I feel like it has to be for Max. That's
Yeah.
the only person that I feel you can get a high return on with a first round pick. You give Vegas a first round pick, George Pickens, and maybe like a fourth or third or fifth, whatever you can conjure up. Then yeah, I think you can get Max. Other than that, I don't think they trade George. I think they keep him. I think they want to get. I think they want to maybe franchise tag him again next year, which will be crazy because they've done that with DeMarcus Lawrence, with Dez,
Yeah.
with Tony. They've done that with all these guys. Dak Prescott was the one who gambled on the Joneses, and he won. He played under like 3 franchise tags, bro, as a quarterback, and still obliterated his leg. So you gamble with the Joneses. Sometimes you can win. It's just gonna be like, how bad does he want to be in Dallas? That's gonna be what determines if he stays or not. Me personally, because I don't think Dallas is gonna give him the money, especially now that we have Quinnen. Nah, man, no way, no way. What we got here? So if we keep Cam Brown and he balls out like we hope he does, if he gets an opportunity, is that an excuse to let Pickens walk? I don't necessarily think so, because I don't think it's going to be Cam Brown. Cam Brown solidifies that receiver 4, 3, 4, 5. So if anything, he gives you that rest assurance that if Pickens does leave, then you got a young and up-and-comer in Cam Brown. You want to know who I feel is going to be the real cat, like the real throat puncher, is going to be Ryan Flanoy. I think if Flanoy has a great season, I think if Flo comes out here, does better than he did last year, because Flanoy was someone we cut multiple times, back and forth on the roster, and if he has a good season as receiver 3, and maybe there's a game where he just plays better than CD or George, then maybe, yeah, I think Dallas goes, we can trust Flo. If Flo can prove he can be receiver 2, they're going to keep CD no matter what. Sedarius isn't going anywhere. Sedarius De Leon is staying right in Dallas. Now, the question is, can Flo be receiver 2? Because if Flo's receiver 2, you got Cam Brown as receiver 3, and you got 3 dudes who are all playmakers. And Cam Brown kind of resembles that high point physical receiver that we saw in Seattle. I don't think Brown plays a part into Pickens' departure, but I do think Flanoy is going to be, if Flo plays great, Pickens is gone, because Dallas is going to go, Flo's cheaper, and Cam Brown is going to be balling out probably at receiver 4, receiver 5. And there's Anthony Smith, too, who's another one that they drafted. He might be a practice squad guy, but he's going to be pushing as well. So there's going to be names pushing. I think that, for me, it's going to be Flo. And if Flo struggles to be that receiver 2 guy, that complimentary receiver to the number 1, then they're going to try to find a way to get Pickens. And like, they're going to think, okay, let's really, really push this more aggressively, strictly because Flo couldn't handle the workload of receiver 2, because he's doing it beautiful as receiver 3, and he's being a great complimentary. That Jets game, and even I think the Lions game, Flo had a couple catches too. Like, I think he was like our best receiver in that game, if I recall correctly. And so that's what I feel it's going to be. Dude, Morgan, bro, great chats, dog. Great chat. This is what Let's Talk Football's all about, man. Just chatting it up, bro. All right, what we got here? We got another Detroit question, James, from Mike.
Here we go.
What do you think the future is for Miles Kitselman, tight end in Detroit?
Ooh, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to say. I think he's gonna be the replacement for Brock Wright, but I'm already seeing red flags. Senior year last year, with Alabama, injury took him out from his senior year. Very unfortunate. It was, I think, a pectoral tear. And then just a couple weeks ago, once again, got injured and is now on the IR for the Detroit Lions, which is not good, because this could have been his time, because Porta is hurt right now, and he is also on IR. So this could have been the time for Kitselman to come out here and show that he's in the fight for number 2, the number 2 spot in tight end. But I see him more as a running block tight end. That's where he really does good. He's not very fast. And by not very fast, I mean he still ran a 4.9 in the 40. That's still faster than me. But I mean,
That's a borderline O-line times, brother. I mean,
yeah,
there's some linemen that are running faster than that, bro.
He's not the fastest.
That's not that fast, bro.
Yeah, he's not the fastest, but he does, when he does get the ball thrown to him, he can shed tackles. which is fun to watch, of course. But he's more of a run blocking tight end, and I think he'll still have a future here. But with the run blocking tight end, you got to get in the trenches. If you're always hurt, how are we going to trust you in the trench? So I don't know. I have questions about it. Would not surprise me. You know, he's probably going to end up on the practice squad. Maybe he'll make the 53, but I just don't see a bright future with him if he can't stay healthy.
Yep. Yep. That's good. Man, tight ends, Laporta. What happened with Laporta, dude? What's going on over there?
He's been dealing with a back injury from last year, and then I think he picked up another injury during one of the mini camps,
Ah, dude.
and it's just a nagging thing, and I think at this point it's like even questionable if he's gonna be there for opening week. So
Jeez, dude.
so it's
That's a big blow, man.
yeah, he's been made out of glass the last couple years. Well, not last couple years, but last year he had that back injury that took him out, and that's when we kind of seen a downfall within Detroit's offense because when that line kind of breaks, Goff's first dump off is either the tight end or running back, and Laporta was just a solid safety valve.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And once Laporta kind of was missing, Brock Wright, not the best route runner, you know, not the best catcher. I think Goff started questioning, I don't know if I want to throw it to this dude. And that's when we started picking up a lot more sacks. So, yeah, we definitely miss Laporta out here on the offense. But good question, Mike. I'll be interested to see where Miles ends up, but I just don't have high hopes right now for him. But he did look good in the run blocking from what I seen when he was out there on the second team with Pacheco.
That's good, man. And it's crazy to me still is like Isaiah Pacheco's a Detroit Lion. When I saw that signing, I couldn't believe it. I was like, no fucking way.
It left me almost head scratching because I knew we were gonna go for a running back, but come on, Dan Campbell, you had your chance at Emmett Johnson.
Yeah, I was gonna say we were pushing for Emmett.
Emmett Johnson would have been the perfect fit for us. He's not necessarily speedy,
Yep.
but he's elusive, agile, and he's not afraid to run between the tackles.
Yep.
But he was like almost like Isaiah Pacheco in a way.
I would say better.
And not better, exactly.
Usually.
But he's kind of that build where he's not afraid to run in between the tackles, but if he can make a cut on you, man, you better be ready because he'll put you on skates if you're not careful. And then I think he's working on a stiff arm. I've seen a couple highlights of him putting stiff arms during training camp. I think he's putting on some muscle and bring out a stiff arm or two. I would not be surprised to see a highlight.
Guys, we've been on the Emmett Johnson train for a minute. You guys can check out that video as well. We have them all on the archives, guys. The production is shitty. It is so bad. From where we are now. So yeah, Emmett Johnson is someone I was so happy. And he's a Chief now, which is cool because Zion's a Chiefs fan. So it's
If there was anywhere he could have went was the Chiefs, and I didn't know this. His dad played for the Chiefs.
Really? No,
Did not know that.
There's some history there.
Yep, and that's why he wears number 10. That's what his dad wore.
That's actually pretty sick. That's pretty sick. Emmett Johnson, bro. That is someone that I've actually been so hyped on from fucking Nebraska too. I remember us talking about it. We're like, dude, he might go to the fucking Lions. So we were like, come on.
I literally thought, I was like, hey, we need a running back.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not a bruiser, but he's not afraid to, run between the tackles. And I've seen him at Nebraska run between the tackles and easily pick up 7-8 yards and bounce off people or lower his shoulder and get through a dude. So I thought, hey, he might do good for Detroit, but it didn't plan out. I guess we wanted Pacheco, and that's why we signed him.
Yeah.
but I think it's really cool to just see Emmett Johnson out here from Nebraska, and
Nebraska.
I
Yes.
got to see him play live multiple times. So
Hell yeah.
it's
Hell
pretty
yeah.
cool to see that.
Dude. Also too, as college football goes around too, maybe on the cup we'll spend maybe we'll do like what 30-40 minutes on just a college football stream, man. I think that'll be something cool for us to
I
do.
think I think we should do it because I think
It's
I
coming
think
up.
week one is a week before the NFL's week one. So maybe we
Early
just
September.
do a little top 25
Hell
and do our picks through the top 25 and or something like that. We'll figure
yeah,
it
we'll
out.
figure it out.
But
Yeah.
give us some ideas and like what's your guys' college team? Tell us your college teams
Yeah.
because I know it's everyone's a little different. Like I'm Nebraska, but I'm a Detroit fan. You're Dallas and you're a Texas fan, but I know not all Dallas fans are Texas fans. So let's get in the chat and see
Let us
what
know in the
college
chat box, guys. Yeah, your favorite college football team. Let us know. Let us know. Whatever.
or favorite player right now that you're watching in college.
Oh yeah, or
If
specific
you don't
players.
have a team.
Oh yeah, any one of those. In the meantime, hit the chat box, guys. Favorite college? Because I know that's something I think we can do. Just for fun, you know what I mean. I know we did our draft guides. I love doing the draft guide, man. We did Sonny, David Bailey, Caleb Downs, Jeremiah Love, um, Noah. Uh,
Yep.
there's another one I'm missing. I think I'm forgetting one more. But yeah, that was fun going through all those.
Texas. We got another Texas in here. Put some
Texas.
horns.
Yep, yep. Go Horns. Go Horns. Shout out to Shout out to Morgan. Hit that like button, guys. Hit the like button. It helps the channel out tremendously. And if you're new here, you like the show, subscribe, guys. We're one subscriber away from 180. The goal for this weekend is to end with 180 subscribers. So hey, help
A
us reach
Ricky
that goal.
Williams fan.
Well, you can help us be number 180. Let me check just in case. I don't know if someone subbed yet.
Wasn't Ricky Williams the dude that said he forgot that he smoked marijuana?
Dude, holy smokes. Okay, so first and foremost, Ricky Williams was a bad mamma jamma back in his day, bro. Because he was sitting there and they're like, yeah, he smoked a bunch of pot before a game, and he rushed for like in high school, it was like two back-to-back 300-yard rushing games, or was this college? It might have been in college. And I was just laughing, dude. Ricky Williams is a baller, dude. And he's like, yeah, I forgot I couldn't smoke weed because I was smoking weed.
What a perfect excuse. I'm sure everyone was happy for that PR response right there.
Ricky Williams, man, what a baller! Shit,
Oh
what a pull, Morgan. What a pull. Um, Aiden, first off, too, you're absolutely right, guys. We're at 182 subs, guys.
oh
Holy
really?
smokes, we're at 182. We blew past our goal of 180. I appreciate that, guys. You
Oh
guys,
yeah, guys.
you guys are the best, man, and I really do appreciate it, man. Our 1 year mark, September 2nd. We started at 17 subs. And now we're at 182. The goal is to hit, hey, if we can hit 200 before September 2nd, we still got a ways to go. Still got a ways to go, but every sub counts. Thank you for being here, guys. Thank you for joining Two Tone Football. Hey, we got a lot more of this. And what's crazy is the season hasn't even started yet. We're just getting started.
I mean, I'm mind blown because I remember us hitting 50 while you were out here in Nebraska,
Yep.
and thinking, wow, we got 50 subscribers, and and we were taking it serious, but we were also just like, hey, this is
I
something.
was I was full in already because that
Oh,
we
I think
made
at that point both of us were kind of in for it, but
I
at
was
that
full
point,
in. It was mostly
right,
for like like that summer going into weeks 1, 2, and 3 were my like testing weeks because I was like, hey, let's see how this goes. Let's see how let's just do a weekly picks, and then like by week 2 or week 3, I'm just like, cause I didn't care. I was just recording just to make videos to post it out there, and then like I noticed we started getting a following. I noticed is like the audience started like people started watching our shitty videos, and then from there I was just like, okay, that got me excited. And then moving forward, it's like, okay, we got to make the production better. Started making like thumbnails, started making like all kinds of goodies, all kinds of stuff. And moving forward, it was just like, yeah, we finally hit our mark. Well, by the time we were in Nebraska, we were at like 47 subs, and I'm
Yeah.
over here like, hey, we're promoting our promo. Remember our fucking?
Yeah.
I was flying. I flew to Nebraska, to go hang out with you because Cowboys were playing the Lions, and like we're like, dude, it was week, what was it, like week 12 or something like that.
Something
Um,
like that. Yeah.
Something like that. And that's why I'm just so excited, man. So excited. But yeah, I appreciate that. Before I go to Real Darrell's comment, um, Mike got a good idea at the college show. Baylor.
Damn.
Word.
Do you miss having Matt Rule there or not? Because I know we have him over at Nebraska, and
For the head coach, right?
yep, and it's been questionable. A lot of Nebraska fans either hate him or love him. I'm on the loving side, but I have a lot of friends that hate him. I'd be interested to see if you miss him from Baylor, because I remember that Baylor team from 2020, and man, that was a team. Or 2019. It was
Oh, yeah.
2019. That was a good team, and I'm just curious if you miss him over there as a Baylor fan.
Matt Rule, old time in the NFL. Where was he in the league?
He was with the
Carolina.
Panthers.
That's
Yep.
right, Carolina. Yep, yep. Shout out Matt Rule. Um, Thank you, Salinas. Hey, hell yeah. Let's talk Dallas Cowboys. The subs will come. And you know what, guys? It comes from you guys supporting us. I really do. Starting off from 17 to now at 182 is awesome. And the 1 year mark's coming up soon. We'll do something. Me and James will set something up for the 1 year mark. We'll figure something out for that. Now, DW, this is my guy right here. DW, Gotti, let's go. The greatest offense there is the new nickname that the Dak and Co have called our offense, and I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
So what does
DW.
it stand? What does it stand for?
So GOTI is greatest offense there is. Gotti. I'll take it. I'll take it. And so I love it because they embrace the challenge of like, yes, we want to be the best. We want to be the greatest. Why not say we are when we can be the greatest? It's a cool little saying I like they're doing. But DW James, my man right here, me and this cat have been in. Me and him went arm in arm, brothers in arms, toe to toe against the enemy in chat boxes, bro. Against Eagle fans, Wizard fans, Giant fans, even guys who hate the Cowboys. They're just talking shit to talk shit. Like, we went through it, dude. DW has a very special place in my heart on the channel because not only when I'm not live stream, he first and foremost, DW is always in the live streams, always talking, asking questions, contributing to the stream positively. And then not only that, I go hop on in like Next Level Sports Lounge. Shout out to Lloyd and Blue Virus and CZ and Oscar and all of them. And Vinny, my boy Vinny too. He just won a giveaway the other day ago on the fantasy football live stream. So appreciate that. Like, me and DW are out there in the chat box, just going to war with these other fan bases, man, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. A battle brother for sure. Yeah, Gotti, greatest offense there is something that Dak Prescott and the offense have been. They created the nickname for themselves, and I'll take it, man. I'll take it. And then also, Real Darrell, I got you right here. I missed you earlier. Let's hold off on the Camden Brown talk. He will get his because defense will be game planning to contain CD and GP. Absolutely. Oh yeah, absolutely. I think that's what I mentioned with Morgan is like I think it's not even going to be Cam Brown, bro. It's going to be Ryan Flanoy. Flanoy is going to be the big one that needs to ball out, and especially if CD and GP have all the eyes away. Let's not forget about Jake Ferguson. We cannot forget about Jake Ferguson. When Jake Ferguson's healthy, the dude's one of the best tight ends in the league. I will die on that hill. I will die on that hill on the Jake Ferguson. He just, fumbles. Fumbles have been the big one for him. And then lately, since 2023, he's been that lingering injury issue, which has been pretty shitty, I must say. Not a lot of fun. But yeah, when they're bracketing CD or GP, and they got two dudes. They got a linebacker and a fucking corner on CD. Yeah, that's when we need Ferguson. Those seam routes right up the center. That's when we need the seam routes to work. That's when we need Javonte to come in and get in the screenplay. Maybe if we start running the ball so well, get a little bit of play action. which is crazy too, because even if we get the other guys involved, it still allows GP or CD a chance to have a one-on-one, which is insane. And if you ask me if they're smart, if they're smart, they're smart. You do not allow GP to have the deep ball because he's gonna win. He's gonna win those almost every time, every time. I've been saying this for a minute now too. He's arguably like he's better than Michael Gallup was at that high point catch, better than a pre 2014 and a post 2014 Dez Bryant. George Pickens could do it. That 2014 Dez is just differently. I will die on that hill. That 2014 Dez, no one's ever going to touch that kind of level of physicality, that red zone, that fade route. No one's ever going to top that 2014 Dez. But this George Pickens, this guy might do it. What you got for us, Morgan? 10-7, 11-6. Brother, the homer in me says undefeated till proven otherwise. That's the homer in me. But no, if I had to think about it, I think we won 7 games. So hear me out, Morgan. We won 7 games and tied with the Packers with a defense that I know. Undefeated till proven otherwise, brother. But we went and allowed 511 points. James, 511 points. I don't even think the 0-16 Detroit Lions allowed that much, bro.
I don't know, but I don't think so either.
Look it up, bro. Look up how many points they gave away. The 0-16 Detroit Lions. And I have a Lions fan in the fucking chat, in the stream right now. I've got into it with some Cowboy fans that disapproved with me on this take. I disapprove of them. But hear me out here, guys. We allowed 511 points. And Dak Prescott still won 7 games and tied with the Green Bay Packers. That's insane. Could have won 3 or 4 more of those games had the defense just had 1 or 2 stops. Had they just had 1 stop and a CeeDee Lamb drop, I will add that as well. But had the defense just had 1 stop, we could have won at least 3 games. And that's 10, 11 games we could have won. The fucking Eagles won the division with 11 games last year. You're going to tell me we couldn't have competed for a Division East title had our defense not been just so bad? So my theory, my statement is we won 7 games, dropping 511 points on us.
Ooh. So the answer is
The
0-16,
yes.
the 0-16 Lions gave up 517.
Oh my god. 500. I've been saying this. I've been preaching this forever. 517 points, and they went 0-16. How many points did the offense average?
So
Or I guess in total, because the Dallas scored 470 points this year. We allowed 511, but we scored 470. So we were like the fifth, the fourth, or the third maybe, for the highest points scored.
So they averaged 16.8 points per game. So about 17 points per game.
17 points a game. Dude, Dallas is averaging like 29, almost 30. So that goes to tell you, the offense is good, Morgan. The offense is moving. And that Lions team went 0-16, man.
Well, here's the thing for you. So the defensive unit averaged 32 points allowed per game.
Jeez.
So, I mean, you're talking about here's Dallas going out there scoring, 27 to 29 points you just said?
Dude, at one point it was 27. We were scoring 35 points almost, bro. So it was 29 to 34, 35 at one point. And then we started dwindling down back to like 29, 30.
So like there it is. Like you're talking about, there's a lot of games that you guys lost in a 1 possession game.
Mm-hmm.
If we're taking averages, as averages,
Yep.
You're losing a lot of games by 1 possession. So
Exactly.
I mean, if you go look at it, why can't you have a Caleb Downs come in? You have a couple guys step up on defense.
You know what I mean?
And then offense just
Coaches.
flips a little bit more.
Mhm.
Hey, there's a real chance. I was just looking at the Cowboys schedule, and I'm gonna say, here's your low. Here's your basement. Your basement is 8 and 9, and
Okay,
that's your
real quick,
absolute
real quick,
basement.
James. But before we hop into that, real quick, I want to address the chat boxes real quick.
Yep.
Per Morgan, was that the Dan Orlovsky's team, the 0-16 year?
Yep.
That was okay. That's what I thought. That's what I figured. Was that the
That's when
same
he
year
ran out of the end zone.
in the end
Yeah.
zone?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Okay. And then Mike also replied for the Matt Rule comment. He said, "I did like him, James. LOL."
Hell yeah. Love Matt Rule. I'm sitting here drinking the Kool-Aid of the Go Big Red. So,
Go Big Red. All right.
but
Let me pull up the Cowboys schedule, and then I can look at that with you.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm looking at it. I'm gonna give you the basement. I'm gonna say the basement is should be 8 wins, 9 losses, and I think that's the basement for you guys, honestly. But I'm sitting here. I'm looking at let's say your top is let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll split that just because they're Super Bowl champs. I'll give you a loss. Rams, I'll say you take that one. 10, 11, 11 wins. I would say your top end, so 11-6, I think. 12 is your top. I miscounted. So 12 would be your top. 12-4, I would say, is your top. And realistically, it could be higher, but obviously we don't have any actual regular season footage to go behind this and see, injuries play a big deal into these matchups also. But I would say 12-4 is very realistic, if not higher, depending on certain things going the right way. And your basement, unfortunately, is 8-9. Which the bad part is 8-9 still might get you a wild card spot within the NFC.
Bro, this offense, we're not winning. We're winning more than 8 games.
I think you guys will win more than 8 games. I'm just saying that's just if you start getting injuries on that offensive line, that's when everything could go downhill for you guys. But that's when I see 8-9 being
I'm gonna
possible.
tell you, I'm gonna keep it a bean with y'all. So we're gonna go up to here, right? We're gonna hit the little portal. We're gonna go through this together because I already did one beforehand on when the schedule was released. I had us winning like 12, 13 games. So let's make sure you guys can see the screen. Make sure it's all good up here. Yeah. Okay. Giants week 1. All right, James, you got my tally. You're gonna be the tally, okay? So you can keep track of win
Let me
loss.
grab my notebook.
We're gonna do this in real time. Real time.
Alrighty.
Okay, here we go. Beforehand, the real Darrell, no game is going to be for sure win or loss. Have to come in ready to play and not commit penalties that help the opposing team. I agree, Darrell. I 100%, brother, because factual evidence. Oh, sorry, move that real quick. I agree. I agree. I think that's something penalties is going to be huge for us to not commit. And honestly, field possessions really fucked us in the past too. So, field possession and just playing smart. All right, you ready? Let's get it. We're gonna do this shit live time. All right. Oh, I left this on. There you go. Put you Morgans up here. All right. So I have week 1, the Giants. I'm gonna keep it a $1.50. We're gonna beat the Giants, man. I mean, we're 14-3 with Dak Prescott starting. I understand you got John Harbaugh or Jim Harbaugh. Well, one of the fucking Harbaugh. It doesn't matter. Harbaugh. It don't matter. Like the defense, pass rush is very good. I think Abdul Carter, Thibodeau, Brian Burns. I think that's fucking and Arvell Reese. Like that's one hell of a front seven. But they got Kalen Obadibo, like Javon Holland is your safety. So yeah, I'm sorry. Like CD Lamb and Pickens are gonna cook. So yeah, I got us beating the Giants. The Wizards don't scare me. JD5 doesn't concern me at all. Like Diggs, McLaurin, Jeremy McNichols, your running back. You know what I'm saying? Like even the defense doesn't concern me at all. Like there's no one on that side of the ball that thinks it's going to slow us down, and it's an AT&T. So it's our first home game of the year. We're not going to lose. So I got us up 2-0. Now here's a shit kicker. We got to Baltimore down in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Straight up Fast Furious, fucking Marcus Dom Toretto style. Um, Dallas has always struggled with Lamar Jackson. I think Lamar's 3-0 against the Cowboys. I think we lose this game. I think we lose to the Ravens. I think Derrick Henry is gonna. This is gonna be our first official test of stopping the run, and I think we're gonna struggle to do it against Lamar and Lamar and Derrick Henry. So I got us losing to the Ravens.
That's one of the losses I also had in there.
Yep,
Was the Ravens.
Baltimore. And it's, we're traveling. It's going to be tough. Then we go back to the States. We play H-Town, the Houston Texans, down in Texas. Now, this is going to be a hot, heavy topic. I think this is going to drive a lot of folks crazy because the Houston Texans defense is really good. Really, 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 really good. But the offense still has C.J. Stroud. And C.J. Stroud, I mean, what has he done lately? He hasn't really done much. Nothing that gets me worrisome. Nico Collins is good. I like Nico. Woody Marks, whatever the hell the running back is. Hey, kudos to you, man. I love D'Amico Ryans as a coach, and Derek Stingley, Will Anderson, Danielle Hunter, all those dudes. And even they got Caden McDonald, our guy from Ohio State, too, James, the big old nose
Yep.
tackle. So, I mean, the Texans got a lot, and they got Aziz Al-Shakair, the middle
Yeah.
linebacker. I mean, the dude's a fucking maniac in the middle linebacker spot.
And
Um,
Will Anderson.
oh yes, yep, Willie Anderson. Like the edges are going to be set. I think Dallas beats the Texans. I really do. I think we go out there
I think it's
and
going to be a really defensive heavy game, but I think this is where Dallas can prove the defense matters and maybe gets the key interception on Stroud.
I think this is going to be I think this is a game where the defense gets where we need that one or two stops. Just give us anything to give the offense another chance on the field. I think this is that moment. I think this is going to be the game where we got our asses kicked from Baltimore. Derrick Henry probably ran all over us with fucking Lamar Jackson just scrambling and rambling. And I think we're going to recoup in H-Town, and I think our defense is finally going to give us that stop that we needed to give the Dallas's offense a chance to go in there and win this game. And guys, this is all pre-speculated. Keep in mind, like, this is all speculated. This is way, like, we're still weeks away, like 23 days from the season opener. So this is literally just early predictions. This is nothing confirmed for sure. I'll make my
This is our
final.
too early predictions.
Exactly. Like, this is nothing final for me, but I'm going 3-1 right now. So I got us beating H-Town.
Yep.
Tampa Bay, I think we're going to beat the Bucks. This is going to be primetime football in AT&T Stadium. I just don't see it. I like Ruben Bain. I think Ruben Bain is one of my favorite. I had him as my number one prospect this year for a fat minute. Ruben Bain is that guy. Vita Vea, they have all the tools they need on defense. I love Baker Mayfield. I mean, I'm gonna pull this up. I saw Baker Mayfield get drafted. This is my cup from the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, when they had the NFL draft in 2018. I mean, me and my brother and my uncle John got to see Baker get drafted. It was cool. I got Dallas beating the Bucks. Going into Week 6 against the Packers, we're in Lambeau. I think this is going to be Micah Parsons' return game. I think we lose this game. I don't have us beating the Packers. I honestly don't. We struggle in Lambeau a lot, and I think if Parsons does return, the environment is going to really fuck with us. And I think maybe defense gets tested a bit again. So I got us losing to the Packers until proven otherwise for sure. Philly. Now this is our first matchup with Philly. We're in the link. We struggle a lot in the link. We tend to struggle a lot. I have us losing this game because with Philly, it's a 50-50. We play them. We both play each other very well. And it's never lopsided. It's never one-sided. It's always such a... Like, we literally lost these fucking guys because of a CeeDee Lamb drop. And because Jalen Carter decided to spit at Dak Prescott. So that also played a part as well. But my point being, I think we lose this game against Philly. It's in the Lincoln. It's all right. Because it's going to come back. It's all going to make sense at the end of this. Arizona, we're finally going to beat the curse. We're finally going to do it. We're going to beat the damn Cardinals in AT&T Stadium. We haven't beat the Cardinals in like 10 years or something. It's been insane. It's really ludicrous how long it's been since we played the Cardinals. We're going to beat these fuckers. I know it. I feel it in my guts. This is the year we break the curse. The Cardinals, that's a dub. The Indianapolis Colts. Now, here's an interesting one because Jonathan Taylor, yeah, I'm a big JT fan. Danny Dimes is there, and we've always had a lot of success against Daniel Jones. And, their defense is, DeForest Buckner. Maybe I'm missing out on. Oh, they got Sauce Gardner. They got some key pieces there. I don't see the Colts being enough to overtake Dallas's high potent offense. It's too much. Dallas wins. They come out this game.
I just don't see them succeeding in the throwing game
I don't.
against Dallas. I just don't see it. I think this could be a Caleb Downs game.
Ooh, that would be nice. That would be fucking awesome if it was. And then let's go into San Francisco. I believe this is going to be one of those games where a part of me wants to say we do it. We do it. We finally beat these fuckers. Like we finally we beat the Cardinals already. We broke that Cardinals curse. No, I think we lose to San Francisco in Dallas. I know. I know. I do. I really think that Kyle Shanahan bullshit, that malarkey. I think it's still gonna probably bite us in the ass. We haven't proven we can beat it yet. Hopefully we can. If we do win, I would rather lose these two games if it means we can beat the Niners. Truthfully, because
So
I cannot
in
stand
my prediction, I had this one as a dub for Dallas Cowboys, only giving it because it's in AT&T. So that's where I differ in the opinion on the too early prediction here.
or at least I hope so, man. AT&T is like a mini mall for fucking football.
And if we could bring up the chat from Artistically Incredible here,
Gotcha. There you go.
half the team will be injured. We are winning. I have to agree. The Niners are always damn injured. Mike Evans will be missing both of his legs and be Lieutenant Danning out there.
Oh my god, dude. Lieutenant Dan is so good, bro. It's so good. Okay, all right. So now we also have some goodies here. Real Darrell. Oh, this is from earlier. Yep. It's coming ready, play, not commit penalties. From Mike. Week 6, might lose in Lambeau. I'm not betting on it though. Might lose by the field goal. I think we beat Baltimore. I hope we do. Yeah, not enough offense in H-Town. So where are we at after the Colts game? So I have us losing to the Niners. What's the total right now?
So right now we are at 6-4.
6-4. All right. So let's keep this show going up over here. Real quick from Real Darrell. Cowboys need to get a win against the Rams, Ravens, 49ers to get that soft label off of them. Dude, yes, you could not have said that any better. Those are 3 teams who are physical, that play tough, hard football. And Dallas has been known to play soft. I'm sorry, we've been a soft team the last decade, maybe even longer. And that comes down to coaching. I think coaching plays a huge part of that. And if we can be physical, and it's tough though, man, because I was even watching some of these damn Saints boys out here in New Orleans were kind of giving us a run for our money. I'm sitting here like, shit, dude, if we're kind of struggling a bit with these damn Saints boys, how are we going to go up against these Ravens, Niners, and the Rams? The Rams will get into in a bit, but I agree real quick with Artistic. They are all fucking hurt.
Yeah, I just thought that was funny, and I was like, we need to address this immediately because that is one of the reasons why I did have the Cowboys winning over the Niners.
Yeah. And Darrell too, man. It's just soft teams, man. Dallas has been soft, man. Factual evidence. All right, let's go back into our Ender portal real quick. Bum. All right, so Tennessee. I mean, okay. Obviously, I have us beating the Titans. I really do. I think the team's too young. I think it's too inexperienced. Maybe by week 11, who knows? By week 11, they could be what the Chicago Bears were last year. Started 0-3, 0-4, and then just kind of switched it around. Even Carolina kind of had that second half of the year. They kind of rallied back up and had a lot of success towards the end of the year. But I do think Tennessee, we beat the Titans. I think our defense, I think Quinnen Williams and this defense is going to be way too much for this young, very, very young Tennessee offensive team. But it's funny, James, a little side note. So the Titans they're 11 p.m. I guess Yeah, 12 p.m. over here.
Central Standard
But
Time.
like, yeah, a 1 p.m. game, right? So if you look at the Titans' schedule, literally, dude, like 15 to 16 of their games are all morning games, bro. They're all morning games, and because no one wants to watch them, and it's hilarious because like, oh, well, they play the Cowboys. The Cowboys are a really well-known team. Who, well, they got to play like what, 2:30? Yeah, we're at 1 p.m.
I mean,
Doesn't
I,
change.
I'll be honest. I mean, I remember the Lions a few years ago. We were all 11 o'clock games, and
It can change. It can
and
change.
I mean, it can change and it can get flexed. It can get flexed around because we did get one flex game that year. But
Yeah.
yeah, we were always scheduled at as a 11 o'clock in the morning game, and I remember them asking Dan Campbell about it, and he was like, "And why do I care? I get to come out here on Sunday and play football."
Play football. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, so I got us beating the Titans. Now here's a good one, man. Philadelphia in AT&T for Thanksgiving. I got us beating the Eagles. I do think we're gonna lose in
Ooh.
Philly early in the season. I think we're gonna lose in the Link, and I think when Philly comes to Dallas for Thanksgiving, Turkey Day, no way. There's no fucking way. I think Dallas is gonna rally. They're gonna rally up behind, especially from losing to the Niners per my schedule predicament. They're gonna lose to the Niners. They're gonna beat the Titans. They're gonna be like, yeah, we gotta come back swinging. We gotta swing on these fools, man. And I really think, man, we're gonna beat Philly on Thanksgiving. I think that's one that we're gonna do
Thanksgiving at home.
at
I
home.
mean, perfect recipe for Dallas to win.
Yep, I agree. Now here's the kicker. It's gonna be these 3 weeks right here, because we got Seattle at 13. We could thank God the bye. We can fucking rest before we play the Rams. So my predicament here, we lose to the Seahawks. I don't think we
But
beat Seattle. We're in Seattle in Lumen Field. I mean, guys, look how our second team and third team guys played, struggling in Seattle as is, right? And that was them cause loud. It's so damn loud in Seattle. People don't understand. It's fucking loud there. And the environment that the Seahawks play in, and it's completely different. It's completely different. And what I want to point out as well is we're playing them December 7th. It's fucking cold. It's cold up there in Seattle. And not only is it cold, it's loud and it's December football. That's when, hey, these games are detrimental to placing in the tournament, winning your division, or just trying to get into the playoffs, the tournament, like seeding wise. That's why these late games. Why do you think the Patriots had so much success in the late last half of the years? Because they knew, yeah, this is our time to play football. The beginning of the year is Dallas. Dallas always does good the first half of the year, and then that second half we struggle.
when you got to play in that weather, it's a difference.
And it's loud, and they're coming off the Super Bowl run. The Seahawks and the JSN is a baller, so I got us losing to the Seahawks. The
I
bye
had
week,
losing to the Hawks too.
yeah, it happens, man. I got us on a bye right here. Probably fucking get our asses whooped by the bye too, maybe. So here we go. Ready? The Los Angeles Rams in SoFi. Now, Myles Garrett, probably Aaron Donald too. Matt Stafford, Revel, all these cats. We had the joint practice with the Rams. And here's where I'm conflicted, because a part of me goes, man, these Rams are battle tested. They've been to the Super Bowl. Matt Stafford's won a Super Bowl with the Rams. He knows this team knows how to win. They know how to grit. They know how to dig themselves out of deep shit scenarios. They're going, "Oh, we're screwed," and they can dig deep. Now, what makes me go counter argument of why the Dallas Cowboys might beat these Rams is strictly because this bye week right here. This little bye is going to be massive for us because we also played them in the joint practice. And obviously, you're not showing your hand, your full cards, but you kind of get an idea of the players. You kind of saw Puka, you saw Devontae, you saw what Stafford was doing again, how Stafford looked against our pass rush. against our DTs. And now we have this bye week, and we have someone named Christian Parker who can adequately prepare us for this LA Rams game. And if according to this schedule, if we lose to the Seahawks, going to the bye, I put it, man. Going into SoFi. SoFi is just another mall. It's another damn football mall. It's like damn AT&T. It ain't no damn Lumen Field in Seattle. Seattle, this is football turf. The Rams are a great fucking team. They're Super Bowl favorites right now. And I know I sound crazy. I think we can beat these fucking Rams, bro. I think we can beat the fucking Rams. I do.
I'd agree with you.
I do. I really think we can fucking beat them, bro. And the only reason I say that is because we have time to rest, and then we've already had a little bit of taste in the joint practice as well. But hey, they also have the same weight, but they just don't have that bye week before they play us. That's why I'm like, man, we have to. That is going to be huge. And then we close it on up. We beat the Rams. We go in. We have the Jaguars and AT&T. Truthfully, me personally, we beat the Jags, the Giants, and the Wizards. We win all three of these games. But I have to sit here, and I know we're not, because, you know, realistically, we might lose to the Rams, and then we beat the Jaguars, and then we probably lose one of these two because we sit starters. Hopefully, we sit starters because of the playoffs. But under my predicament, we beat the Rams. We lose to the Jaguars. I think the Jaguars are going to come up and beat us. Or honestly, no, fuck it. We beat the Jaguars, lose to the Giants, close the season beating up Washington. Yeah. So we got win, loss, win. Because the Giants always seem to get us at the end of the year. They got us last year. Fuckers. All right. So what's our tally at, James? What's our total here?
So we are 11-6.
11-6. So Morgan, that's what we got here. We watched it all live on air, real time, all of us together. 11-6.
The only difference I had in mine was that you actually win against the Niners, but you drop one against the Commanders, and you drop one against the Giants, and that was it.
That was it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I had you guys at 12-5.
You got a sweep on Philly for us this year?
Or 12-4. Yeah, I had you guys on sweep on Philly. Philly. Yeah. I had you guys. So you guys were 12-4. I had you guys sweeping Philly, but I had you guys dropping one against the Giants and one against
Washington.
The Wizards. And that's just because I could see Jaden Daniels coming out here and just, having one of those upsets. But also, screw Philly. I can't stand Jalen Hurts.
I can't stand him either, bro.
I don't see him as a good quarterback, and I'll die on that hill. Until he can prove to me that he's a good quarterback, I will never support the Eagles. And I don't even have a horse in this race.
Yeah.
But I just don't see it happening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's tough, man. I will say I hate Philly too. I think we can beat them. We can sweep them. We can beat New York and Washington and Philly. I just think Philly out of the two, like Washington and New York, don't ever concern. Like I feel like we lose one of them because it's at the end week 18, week 17. So it's like last year we lost to the Giants because Dak only played the first half. Joe Milton struggled. You know what I'm saying? I think it's gonna be something similar to that. But dudes, these chats are fucking awesome. Dude, artistic. Not even the Cowboys can save the Tennessee Titans. That's how you know they're bad because they had the 1 p.m., the 11, 1 p.m.
Yeah, it couldn't even save them and get them some prime time.
Prime time. Yeah, nothing.
You're not selling sponsorship like that, bud.
No. We ain't losing to Sunshine again. I know that last Jaguars game with the pick six or the interception in overtime. Ooh, and that was a Noah Brown drop. Noah Brown dropped the fucking ball, and then the receiver, the DB, caught it. I think he returned it for a pick six. I don't remember. But, yeah, don't get it twisted.
it's always interesting to see the Jags and Cowboys play each other because it's not a matchup you see often.
Nah.
But when they do play each other, it's always a close game. It always is, and I expect no different with the Jags this year. I think they're gonna just progress and become one of the better AFC teams. Sorry, Lilith has the zoomies,
Nah, you good, bro.
uh, but the Jags are gonna be one of the better AFC teams I think this year, and it could be one of the games where Cowboys just drop it, but I can see them winning at the same time. It's really just a toss up in my opinion.
Yeah, oh yeah. Honestly, I think we can beat the Jags too in AT&T. I really do. But it's late year coming out a post Rams Seahawks battle. You're beat up probably, you're hurt. So it's tough. We'll see. And then what we got here from Morgan. I have us beating Baltimore and dropping one against Washington and losing to Jacksonville. Oh, yep. I mean, Washington is one that doesn't. I mean, I just don't see it. I don't. I really don't like. And the only reason I say it is because JD5 is coming off the injury, and it's him running. That's what made him so special against the Cowboys. It was that RG3 shit, man. It's like Dallas can't stop a mobile quarterback to save their life. And what JD did, he would literally, bro, all he did was run around the fucking field. And then once he couldn't run anymore, he couldn't throw the ball. And they threw in Mariota. And Mariota actually started just slinging it and started throwing the football. So unless JD5 can figure it out, I don't think he can. And then not only that, I mean, we have Quinnen Williams, Kenny Clark, Gary, like all these dudes are here now. And even now, Von Miller, I can even sprinkle him in. Like, BT Jordan, our defensive line coach, is getting these guys ready. And I don't see that Washington offense having any success against this Dallas defense. I really don't. I like Stephon Diggs doesn't concern me. Caleb Downs can easily clamp up McLaurin, Diggs, or fucking Jeremy McNichols as the running back. Like, it just doesn't. They can't run the ball. I don't think they'll try to throw the ball. And is JD gonna run? Is JD5 gonna run? I don't think he is. I don't think he is. I think he's gonna try to just sit in the pocket and just try to dice us up. And we're not that. I mean, we haven't proven it yet. I'm speaking in theory, like we haven't seen it yet. But in theory, on paper, if this defense is as advertised, that's what I should have said. If it is as advertised, you're not going to throw the ball because pressure is going to be on you. The front seven's going to be in his face, and then none of that. You got Caleb Downs, Jalen Thompson roaming the backfield with the healthy Deron Bland, Siobhan Revel. I just don't like. You know what I mean?
Well,
That Washington offense doesn't
that's
doesn't.
also a perfect game for Caleb Downs to calm down, play nickel, and actually put in a lot of disguises and have him roam as actually a spy. That would be
That would be
awesome
something.
defensive planning if your defensive coordinator could do that and figure out ways to disguise Downs into a spy to crack down on JD5. Because I mean, you're not going to run away from Downs.
No, 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 not at all, not at all. I think for sure our QB spy guy is Demarion Overshown, Demo, our middle
Okay.
linebacker. He is fast. So when we play the
Is it-
Eagles, dude, well, yeah, even he's coming off of he obliterated his fucking lower leg. So this is first year post injury. So he's actually healthy going into the offseason. But Demo, when we play the Eagles, he's our QB spy guy, and he's just fly that Jalen Smith 20 miles an hour shit, where he's just sideline to sideline 1,000 miles an hour. He would, but the problem is that you make a great point too for Caleb Downs being that spy guy because Demo's our Mike, so he's the guy he's a quarterback for the defense. He's getting everyone ready, talking, getting everyone all situated. So it's like you're taking that responsibility maybe away from him. It's lesser now because it's like, hey, just follow quarterback. Maybe Downs fills in for that Demo spot in that middle linebacker. You got Downs, Winters, and then you let Demo just kind of fucking hey, literally just spy, just watch him. But you
Well, I
got
think there's a lot of ways that you could disguise between those two players on who's going to be a spy and who's going to drop in coverage or who's going to blitz or whatever it is. I think it's almost awesome to be that defensive coordinator and be in that situation mostly against a mobile quarterback where that's where you can take advantage of almost making a mobile quarterback go, oh yeah, I'm just going to run instead, and next thing you know, he's upfield 2 yards getting laid out.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Demarion
so
Overshown with a damn fucking semi truck.
yeah, so I think that could be a lot of fun as a
Yeah.
defensive coordinator, scheming disguises and disguising a spy in there.
Oh yeah. And, guys, for any new viewers in the stream tonight, hit that like button, guys. It helps the channel tremendously. Us smaller channels are always fighting the algorithm, so it does help out a lot. And then, hey, if you like the show, guys, hit the subscribe button. We hit our goal of 180, so that's awesome. We're at 182 currently. So hey, if you want to help us raise that number as high, closest to
We're at
200,
184 actually.
184. You guys are fucking beautiful. Chef's kiss, man. Welcome to two-tone football, guys. Welcome in. You guys are finally seeing us year 2 going into this, now fully ready to take on season 2. So yeah, man, we're closer and closer to 200. The goal is 200 before we hit the 1 year mark of September 2nd. But yeah, back to our chats here, man. Um, Morgan, I gotta say, Washington's one that's kind of iffy, but Baltimore too, yeah. Dealing with all that, having Caleb Downs be that quarterback spy, or even Demo being that spy, and then Downs can play that linebacker spot. It's still so many things you can use in this defense too, or even while your outside linebackers can do that as well, man. And who knows? We got from Mike. We sweep Philly this year. Yes, we do. That would be awesome. And then artistic. The Giants do scare me though. They are building a defense full of first rounders. See, brother, what gets me here? Yes, Brian Burns is a bad mama jamma from Carolina. Abdul Carter is a killer. He's a killer from Penn State. I gotta give Abdul. I'm a big Abdul Carter guy. And you know what? Kayvon Thibodeau as well. I got to give him his flowers as well. Thibodeau's another guy. And guess how they made it better? They added Arvell Reese. And he can play middle linebacker and he can rush the passer. We watched it, James. Me and you
Oh yeah,
watched. All
yeah.
right, I said, hey, Sonny Styles is a great linebacker, but Arvell Reese is him and Caleb Downs were the two big contributors as to why that defense is rocking. You got the goggles on,
I got the
James?
goggles. I forgot about the goggles, but
Oh, let's fucking go, dude. My boy got the
I got,
goggles.
I got I got the goggles too.
Let's
So
fucking go. Hey guys, hit the like button for the goggles, man. These things have been tremendously. This is the brand right here. Fucking beautiful, James. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, man. The Giants don't concern me because simply after that, Dak has handled pass rush. They've blitzed him, and the Giants blitzed and blitzed. The Washington Wizards, everyone's done it. And Dak Prescott plays better versus the blitz, versus the pass rush. He's had bad tackles. The one that gets me is Terrence. I think TG is going to be fine. It's going to be Terrence with Abdul Carter, T Book with Burns, them working at those edges. But guys, I mean, Javon Holland is a safety. Like Paulo Debo is the starting cornerback. James, can you look up the starting secondary for the Giants, please?
yep.
We're gonna figure that out. We're gonna go through this together because the Giants secondary, the linebackers, the corners, the safeties, that doesn't scare me at all. And yes, they have some scary pass rushers. They do. They got some dogs. They got some killers. But at the end of the day, yeah, we do too. We got George Pickens. We got Sedarius De Leon Lamb. We got Jake Ferguson. I think we're good. I think we're pretty solid. They want to hold us with who you got for us, James?
So corners in no specific order.
Now, now.
Paulson,
Odabo.
Adebo,
Yeah.
uh,
Bum.
Greg Newsom the second. But I kind of like Greg Newsom. Don't
I
don't.
like him too. I like him.
I like him too. I think he never reached his
This is
mood.
his like second team, right? Usually from Cleveland.
Yeah, Cleveland.
Cleveland, yeah.
So slot corner, Drew Phillips, free safety, Javon Holland.
I like Javon Holland from Miami.
Javon.
He was one I really liked, so I'll give him that. But I don't think it's enough. It's not enough.
And then you got Tyler Nubin at strong safety. And then corners, Deontay Banks, Colton Hood. Or no, those are corners. Those are corners.
I like Colton Hood. Colton Hood was a rookie from it was him and the boy that got drafted the Raiders in round 2. Colton Hood it's Tennessee?
Yeah, it's Tennessee.
Tennessee, yeah, because it was Jermon McCoy and Colton Hood together in Tennessee, which were bangers, by the way.
And
Is
then
Colton Hood a giant? Is he really a giant?
yeah, he's a giant. Yeah.
No fucking way. I'll give him that. All right, but he's a rook though. He's a rook. You're gonna put George
Um,
Pickens, you know?
and then the other safeties that we have on here is Jason Pinnock and Arius Washington. Didn't give me any linebackers. Let me look at the linebacker.
Yeah, because Bobby Okanariki or whatever, he's gone. He's not even there. He doesn't even have a job right now, actually.
So you got well, they're kind of messing with this. So they're calling outside linebackers as Brian Burns, Kayvon Thibodeau,
Yeah,
Abdul Carter, but it's really gonna be like Caleb Murphy, Khalid Kareem,
Arvell.
uh, they got Edmonds there. Tremaine Edmonds from Chicago. Uh, so I mean, he's he's a good starter. I'd say he's a good starter, but he's not gonna be game changing.
Physical.
Physical. I mean, he fits probably a need for that defense, but I don't see him being a game changer.
No.
So I want to say anything to worry about. Let's see, Arvell Reese, Micah McFadden.
Madden. I mean, like, dude, none of those guys.
I mean, yeah, I see
No.
the front. I see kind of like the front seven kind of being scary. But once you start looking back in the defensive back and safety room, it comes questionable. But again, the front seven is probably the most important people on the field as long as you're getting pressure to the quarterback. But like you were saying, Dak Prescott plays better under the pressure. So like it's gonna have to be a wait and see game. But I think because you guys played Giants week 1
Pick one.
and then you play them week 18, you're basically playing two different teams at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think you do go in there in week 1 and win the game. But week 18, mattering how things play out, you might have to, rest starters. Who knows what happens? But then again, it's the Giant. That's a new team for going against each other. They're both brand new teams to each other.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. I could see why you're nervous about it and how it does scare you, mostly long term. It is starting to come a scary team long term, but and mostly with Harbaugh being there, I mean, he's always been a great defensive play caller, mostly when he was with the Ravens, and I mean, I think this suits him, but it's I think I won't be scared of them until next year or maybe the year after that.
Once the pass rushers develop a little bit more, they can
Yeah.
get some development under them.
It's still a young team,
Yeah,
and
of
it's
course.
still a lot of question marks uh, around the whole play scheme and everything. Nothing to be worried about just yet, at least from an outsider looking in. But I can see why you're nervous. I can see why.
Too, man, the big thing for me is oh, real quick, we got another chat from Artistic. Put this up right here. I think so it says, yeah, I think 2 or 3 years from now the defense they keep on adding it will be great. Man, hear me out, guys. Hear me out. You know why I don't feel threatened about the Giants defense is because the Giants offense. Now what I mean by that is I mentioned this before. If the Cowboys defense can get 1 to 2 stops, then we'll be okay. Our offense is going to get there's going to be plays where this defense is going to hit home. They're going to get sacks. They're going to get stops. That's going to happen. It's going to come down to can our offense is better than the Giants offense. Can our defense limit the Giants offense to give our team more chances to score? Because if we do, we're going to win that battle of margin. I will die on that hill because if you go 10 times out of 10, who's going to be more successful against the same 10 series? You got the Giants offense and the Cowboys defense. Who's going to score more? I will put everything. I'll put my mortgage on this, and I don't even fucking have one yet. My future mortgage that the Cowboys are going to score more points, more touchdowns than the Giants would on those 10 drives. And that's why I think, okay, if our defense can limit and just give us more chances than them, then all that pressure, all that craziness at the line of scrimmage won't matter. It won't matter because eventually we're just gonna start air mailing it, and if the defense keeps just getting stops, then okay, cool. Good luck with Malik Neighbors trying to throw the ball 50 times a day. Can Jackson Dart be successful throwing it 45 times? I don't think he can. I really don't. I really don't. So that's why I wouldn't fear the Giants because at the end of the day, Dak Prescott is 4-13 against these cats. You know, we haven't lost to them with him starting since about 2016. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. So I got to keep that confidence going because I do think, hey, we just got to keep them rolling, give them more chances, and we'll make more with what we got. I really do. Well, we ain't got Diggs there to give up plays to Malik anymore. Fucking amen, brother. Amen. You're saying that. Yes, factual evidence artistically. How many times have we seen Trayvon look at Deron Bland or Malik Hooker just like, what do I do? What do I do? Like, I'm tired of seeing that. No more. No more. And that's also poor communication on the defense, too. We literally watched Russell Wilson on 3rd and 27 fucking yeet this bomb the damn ball, and they fucking scored a touchdown with like 50 seconds left of the game. We watched that happen in real time. Yeah, it ain't. There's only up from here. It ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Did you see Trayvon Diggs come and actually play in training camp for the Lions?
Wait, did he have a tryout with the Lions?
Yeah, he had a tryout for the Lions last weekend.
When did this happen? That was not aired out to the public.
Yeah. He had a tryout, and I guess it went very badly.
Two-tone football, Cowboys Nation. You're hearing it first from here. We're breaking it.
I guess JMO burnt him and then almost got in a brawl with him.
Really?
Yeah, I'm guessing what happened was JMO was probably talking some BS. And rumor is it goes back to a couple of years ago. It was the year Hutch broke his leg during the game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I guess it goes back to then. JMO was talking all kinds of BS during the game. And I guess Diggs didn't forget about it and was trying to talk shit during training camp.
Right, the tryout.
During the tryout, which is like, why would you do that? You're trying to get a job here.
Yeah.
But I guess Dan Campbell heard some of it and said, all right, one-on-ones, let's see what you got. And JMO burnt him a couple times. And yeah, and from there, I think Dan Campbell was like, yeah, you go sit down, you're done.
Yeah. You know why Diggs got hired at Seattle, right? It's because the Seattle Seahawks defensive coordinator was the Cowboys D-line coach, Aiden Durde. And so that's why DeMarcus Lawrence, that's why he went to the Seahawks, is because Aiden Durde was a D-line coach.
I mean,
and he moved with them, and he's now the DC, and it worked. It was a great.
I mean, the defensive coordinator also has suspicious taste over there. I mean, he goes to the penitentiary and gets Terrion Arnold. So, I mean.
And Trayvon Diggs, because Trayvon Diggs signed with the damn Seahawks.
I mean, so I guess they have just a whole cornerback room of felons and suspicious activity going on there.
Motherfuckers drilling with Trayvon Diggs when remember when he got concussed with the helmet with the pole or the stripper pole fell on his head? Or
yeah, I thought it was a TV.
Well, yeah, it was speculated. The rumor and the theory was that it was a stripper pole that fell on him while he was installing it. But what he said to the media is that he was installing a TV and the TV fell on his head. So, believe what you want to believe.
Dude, I don't think even me as who I am now could admit to anyone that I got a concussion from a stripper pole.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I could admit that to even you. Like, come
It would have
on,
popped out
bro.
eventually. It'd have been like, yeah, us. Once we get a couple beers in us, then it'll be like, you're not gonna believe this shit, dude.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Once I got a couple beers in, I would have been like, yo, I was installing a stripper pole and it knocked me the fuck out.
It's like you didn't fucking hold the barrier on the bottom of the pole, bro. You're supposed to make sure it's straight. It's the base is set before you do any installments.
Yeah, I had the level out and
The
everything, and I turned
level
around and it just
fucking fell on me, dude. That's crazy. That's crazy. I agree, man. But Trayvon, kudos to Trayvon. I've been saying this forever. Had Trayvon Diggs just bought into Shoddy's culture, because him and Schottenheimer conflicted. Did you know that Mike McCarthy would allow Trayvon Diggs to leave meetings early and to be late to meetings? Yes.
that's just not a good culture build. You got to hold everyone to the same standard. I might get it, if there was something that was going on in like personal life, and we see that, a lot of times
See
through
a good
through the
chunk.
seasons is, people will have personal stuff come up
Mhm.
and they're kind of not dismissed from the team, but they're allowed to be like, hey, don't show up to this
Yeah,
meeting. But
life happens.
life
It's how it
life
is.
does happen and they go and do their things. But let's be honest, Trayvon Diggs ain't doing nothing but installing stripper poles and knocking himself out.
And not doing them correctly.
Yeah. So I mean that's just a bad culture, a set up,
And
you know.
that was so tough. And when Shoddy took over, there was a game against Washington. I think it was Christmas. He wanted to, I guess, Trayvon Diggs, his family in Washington, and he wanted to stay, not travel back with the team, to stay at home with to visit his family that he had there. And Schottenheimer said, "No, you're not going to do that, because one, we travel as a team, but you know what the real shit kicker was? The media never stated. Trayvon Diggs never, because you got to remember, James, and we played athletics, growing up. When you have your charter buses, so much goes in to make sure everybody's there.
Yeah.
Everyone's here. All of our equipment is here. All of our stuff is here on the charter bus. And then once we're here, okay, boom, all count. The pre-game, I should say, or the warm, just making sure everything's ready for that charter bus, that journey is massive. Now imagine the professional levels that are flying everywhere. You know what I mean? He wanted to stay in Washington at the very end of the game, like right before they're about to get on the bus to fly to drive to the airport. And he goes, "Hey, coach, I want to stay here. I'm going to stay here with my family." And he's like, "That's not how this works. Like, you need to tell us in advance. You got to work with us for us to help you. And you can't it's not drop of the dime. It's what you want." And I think that's why Diggs conflicted with Schottenheimer so much. And Shotty said, "You know what? Fine. Like, guess what? The only reason I think Diggs stayed here so long was because of Micah Parsons. Parsons is gone. And no one even thought we were going to get rid of Parsons, or him who shall not be named, because I know a lot of Cowboy fans get fucking icky about that. But that's what I'm saying. So I was like, yeah, that's why Shoddy cut him. He's like, "No, I'm not. You're released from the team. You're done. You're done here." And I think that was a huge statement from Shoddy last year, because we were like, "Are we going to move Trayvon to safety? What are we going to do with him?" And Shoddy's creating that culture. Said, "You know what, Mike put up with this. I'm not going to do it. I expect you to be here and be all in," and he wasn't. So they cut him. And that's that.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean,
Mhm.
we've been part of high school athletics. We know even the logistics of a high school team. Now imagine the
Yep.
pros, it's probably even 10x. And it's just, yeah, it's
It's crazy.
ridiculous stuff. And
So
and it's good to see that Shoddy is upholding the culture that he is building, because that means he's just not a band-aid on what this is, as we knew what kind of McCarthy was, right? Was a band-aid.
exactly.
And Shoddy is showing he wants to be there for the next decade. So and that's what I think the Cowboys need, is one of those coaches that is going to be around for a decade. And I hope the Jones can buy into that and realize, there's going to be a year or two that you have your down years for whatever reason,
Hmm.
but it's not
Last year,
immediately
9-1.
like, but it's not a reason to go, and we need to fire him now.
Yeah. You
Like,
know, I agree, man. And then also too, the last chat box, I forgot to the real Darrell. Third defense has to be better this season. Last season, the defense had games where the opposing team did not punt. Yeah, they didn't punt until a fucking halftime. Like literally going into the fucking court, leaving halftime. It was insane. It was like field position too is a big one for us in Dallas, man. Just bad field position where the offense starts at their 5, their 10. Like, it's so bad, so bad. And also, guys, hit the chat box. We're about to hit 3.5 hours. We'll probably wrap this up soon in about 5 to 6 minutes. James, this is the longest stream I've ever had on the channel, and I think this is the
hey,
longest video me and you've ever done.
it's a lot of fun. We've had a lot of interaction with the chats, and I'm glad because there's some of you that have been in here
For
the
a minute.
whole stream.
Yeah,
And so you guys interacting is super fun, asking, not even just Dallas questions, but we had Detroit questions. We talked a little college football. We talked about the draft. We kind of hit everything of the off season.
hmm
We showed some highlights. Like this has been a lot of fun, and I'm hoping we could do this more often, and we get all this interaction from the chat.
from the chat box, guys. I mean, y'all are the real ones here, man. Making sure the show keeps going on forward and forward and forward. We got here from Artistic Jake Ferguson for Max Crosby. Ooh, I'll tell you what. Yeah, take him. I'll take Luke. I'll take Luke Schoonmaker as my tight end one, if it means you can get Max Crosby for Jake Ferguson. Fuck yeah. I'll take Ferguson. Me originally, I said Deron Bland, Donovan Izaraku with some picks. You
It'll
want
never
Crosby?
happen just because you have Bowers there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about Brock. That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
That's what I'm thinking. You can trade Deron Bland to the Raiders, or you can do Izaraku, who's a young, promising pass rusher. I think Deron Bland is kind of the higher take because he had the pick six record. Hey, man, pair him up with a couple picks, send him out to Raiders.
I
I don't know if
still
they got corners, but they'll take
I
it.
still think you could do something with Pickens as long as the Raiders could come to a long-term deal during the trade negotiation.
Yep.
But I'm still thinking you could get Pickens over there, and you could probably sell off a second rounder and get Crosby for that.
Like Izaraku, you know what I mean? Something like
Yeah.
that. That's what I would think. But yeah, great chats artistically. And you know what, artistic too? I appreciate that, brother. Found the show a few days ago and you already subscribed. You've been hitting rocking with the solos, man. I do appreciate that, brother. Thank you, man. Thank you. The channel's growing, yeah, you guys. It's been growing, and I'm very grateful for it. I remember being stuck at like 114 subs and just sitting there, hands in the air, like this is it, this is it, this is done. Like it's not going anywhere. I remember just getting more backlash. Like guys are just being assholes, and I'm like, this is insane. And perseverance. That's what it's all about, guys. You got to keep going. That goes into life as well. When you think life is going down and out, I mean, we're all going through our struggles, man. All of us have our own little personal daily issues that we fight. Just got to keep pushing, guys. You got to keep pushing and pushing. That's how you persevere through all this crap, man. You just got to hit the waters and keep moving. Best foot forward. Always be kind. Always be respectful to everybody, because you don't know what people are going through in their day to day. And why be rude? Why be negative when you can be positive? Hey James, nice shirt today. You know what I mean? Like just that's all it takes. That's all
Just
it
be
takes.
the change in the world, man. Just be the change
Exactly.
in the world. I mean, was it gonna hurt? Just say one nice thing to a person that you see it, out in the world, or
Exactly.
do a nice thing, hold a door.
hmm
I'm not saying go out there and seek it and be purposeful with it, but just be a nice human being. Just don't try to ruin other people's days. That's the biggest thing.
hmm And you know what, too? Shout out to Sean. Sean came up to me in IRL in real life, and he's just like, "Hey, man, I didn't see you on the stream on last Friday." And he goes, "Where were you?" He's like, "I got my son to put up the YouTube for me because he's a lot older." And he's like, "I didn't see you. He ain't a fucking grandpa or anything, but he doesn't use
Yeah,
YouTube." And so he came up to me and he's like, "Where were you, man?" And I'm like, "He's a Broncos fan." I'm like, "I got you, bro." And it's you guys. It's you guys, man, that keep me accountable. Because I know that you guys want to show, you guys want to see and hang out, and you guys want to talk football. and me not showing up all those days. I forgot what happened. I actually had a valid reason to not live stream last week. I forgot what it was. That's why I love the accountability, because it's you guys keeping me straight, telling me, hey, what are you doing? And now I can't miss shows no more. I promised myself, and I promised Sean. And Sean, you better be watching. You better be watching, Sean. We've been on for almost 4 hours now, 3.5 hours. If you didn't pop in on here on the stream, brother, I'm gonna see you again, IRL. I'm gonna see you again. I got one from Artistic. In 27, did the Cowboys give up their first round pick or the Packers' first round pick? So one of them went to Quinnen Williams. So this year, the Malachi Lawrence pick and Caleb Downs, that was for the Packers. And then because that was a part of the Parsons trade, the 27 first round picks, we gave one. Yes, it was from the Packers, but we gave that to the Jets for Quinnen Williams. So the Jets get the higher pick. So we get the lower pick, they get the higher. So if the Packers, I believe they get the Packers pick, and then we keep ours. So if Packers, based on what they do, it's whatever's higher.
So so how it goes is New York gets the higher pick and Dallas retains the lower pick.
Lower. Yep. And that's from from the Packers trade that we gave to the Jets. Yeah. But yeah, man, I tell you what, we got one first round pick next year. We don't have two because we gave that to Quinnen. And the Jets, hey, they took Mozzie. I'll take it. But yeah, that's a great question. We got that one first round pick, wherever we use it, wherever we take it. Who knows? But guys, we hit 3:30. Holy fuck! I've never gone this far before. When me and James recorded, we only had a limit of 30 minutes.
And we try to squeeze everything we can in that 30 minutes. I mean, we
pushed it.
We pushed it. I mean, we had signals and everything when we were coming up on time.
Yeah, we did. We did have signals, and it's like, okay, hey, scratching, or it was like, hey, this and this. Yeah, man, it's crazy, James. How's it feel, man, being on the here? It's way better, ain't it?
Oh, it's different, but it's the first 10 minutes I was a little nervous. But
I was all fucked up. I was like, shit, man.
Yeah.
You did.
But we got everything fixed, and it was just back to normal, just you and me having a conversation. And I look over to my screen over here because I have a PC that's set up. I live stream through my laptop, and so I look over at my second screen on my PC quite a bit to just see what you guys are saying, and it's awesome to have you guys here and seeing what you say and seeing what you disagree and agree with. It's really cool. And like, trust me, neither of us are going to get hurt if you disagree with something. We just want you to justify it. That's the only thing. We just ask you to justify why you think that way.
That's why it's called Let's Talk Football, because that's what these Friday live streams are for. It's literally just talking football for whatever, any team, whatever it is we are. It doesn't matter. And if you're a Cowboys fan, even better, because all we do is talk Cowboys here. But these Friday live streams have been beautiful. It's us branching out and talking, man. It's been great. It's been great. And James, I know it was weird at first getting on the first 10 minutes, but then once we got acclimated, it was cool. And the chats, guys, the chats kept afloat, man. They kept us going too. So I really appreciate that, guys. Artistically, our last one, brother. You're gonna close it up. Mozzie Smith, Taco Charlton, no more Michigan first rounders. No more. They're cheaters anyways, right, James?
Yeah, they're cheaters, but I maybe for Dallas, no more Michigan first rounders, but for Detroit, I'll take all the Michigan first rounders. Because we got Aiden Hutchinson in the first round, and that dude's paid off. And I mean, we've drafted a bunch of Michigan players in the last 2 years, and even though they're not first rounders, I hope they still succeed, because I obviously want to see Detroit succeed, and a lot of them are on the defensive side. So I think that's where we need a lot of help, mostly in depth wise. So I'm hoping a lot of these guys fill the depth.
Oh yeah, you got Lilith with you?
She's still doing the zoomies. You sure heard it, but let me get her real fast.
Everywhere. We'll close it up. We'll close this up with a Kiki and Lilith goodbye. Yeah, guys, check us out. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new here. We hit a lot of subs, and I really do appreciate that, guys. And that's what all this is about, just connecting with you guys, talking football. And even, like I mentioned, doesn't matter what team you are, just come in, chat, talk, just be positive. That's the whole thing. If you come in being negative, nah, man, you're out. We already had a couple of them cats already. All right, we got Lilith and Kiki, a little Lilith Kiki takeover. I always love the joke where it's like, talk, say hi to your cousin. Say
Meow
hi
and
to your,
meow.
say hi to your
Lilith.
cousin.
Come on. Lilith. Say something. She was just meowing a bit ago when I picked her up.
Cowboy Rob, that's for you, brother. The Kiki Lilith segment. They're hungry. They're like, hey, asshole, I'm hungry.
Well, the whole time, every time I looked over to my right, was because Lilith was running 100 miles per hour across
Crazy.
the apartment.
Fucking nuts. All right. Well, guys, we'll close it up on here. Appreciate y'all being here 3.5 hours. Holy fuck. That is insane, James. That is nut from 30 minutes to 3.5 hours. This shows how much that our poor production budget was holding us back, man.
It really was, and I mean, and plus, like, we could sit here and talk all day football, but I mean, we couldn't do it without you guys that are supporting us and keeping us chatting and going and keep us talking. Otherwise, we'd sit here and we'd spiral down the hole of who knows what about football. But we will. I mean, we got in a fight last year about kickers.
Yeah,
And
about
so
Brandon
I mean,
Aubrey.
yeah, I mean, and you want to talk about a fight? We were literally
Screaming.
screaming at the top of our lungs. But
Oh my god, dude! And I can't. To be fair, though, that was right after the Cowboys Lions game, so I was already. And to be fair, I was like 14 Coors Lights deep. So me and you were both like 10 beers deep, and it was just I was emotional about the Lions and Cowboys game, and then we started talking. And it was funny because you would think that like the Lions just whooped up on Dallas. Dallas is out because it was a in-season playoff game, so whoever won had a better chance of making the playoffs. Doesn't mean they made it, but they had a better chance of making it. And I remember we just got obliterated. And I love the fact that the one thing me and you argued about wasn't about the Lions and the Cowboys. It wasn't even about the game. It was about the fucking kickers. The fucking kicker. And it was just like, I don't remember the context of it, but it was like how easy it is or something like the challenge difficulty for kickers or
yeah,
something.
yeah. So the idea was, can the kicker hit from 50 yards out, 50 plus?
Yeah.
And I said every kicker should be capable of it. It's just, is it a challenge or not? And you were fighting with me on the idea is like, but not every kicker is capable of kicking from 50. And I was like, then they shouldn't be in the league. In my opinion, if you can't kick 50 plus, you shouldn't be in the league.
Yeah, accurately at that too.
But like your guys' kicker, I mean, he can kick 50 plus easily.
Yeah.
But he makes it look so smooth, and that's why I think he's such a great kicker. He's so smooth about it. Jake Bates, our kicker, he can hit from 50 plus, and I would say he's on the smoother side, but he's definitely not the smoothest.
Yeah.
I still clinch once in a while, but
it's all right, dude. Dude, when Aubrey misses, he has a little like it stacks. So like once he has his first miss, the next like 3-4 kicks, you're like, oh fuck, I don't know, because once he misses one, the net it's like it'll kind of spiral. Shout out to kickers. Shout out to all kickers. Me and my dad were obsessed with field goal kickers as a kid. So Nick Folk, I know, crazy. He's that old. Excuse me. All right, guys, we're gonna call it up here before we hit 4 hours. It's fucking nuts. Hit the like button, guys. Subscribe if you're new here. If you like the show, I do this every Friday. Every Friday, I have my Let's Talk Football segment. I'm gonna have James with me. We're just gonna chat it up. And then throughout the week, I'm also gonna have my live streams. Check out those. I'm working on Cowboys Cardinals or tomorrow. I'm gonna have maybe a post game show to review kind of what I saw. hit up with you guys, see what's popping. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what's going with everybody. I have my notes. I'm working on a Drew Shelton, Nate Thomas video. I want to do film once I get Seahawks. I have the Seahawks all 22. Once I get the Arizona Cardinals all 22, I want to get a Cardinals, Drew Shelton, Nate Thomas breakdown along with some Seattle film I have. Malachi Lawrence, Maurice Luafau is who I'm going to watch. And it's Cowboys football is back, guys. It's been back. It's getting closer to actual season. James, oh, artistic. Thank you, brother. I do appreciate that, sir. We got a good one, guys. Appreciate y'all. And James, got anything for us, sir?
Play us out.
Play us out. You got it. Thanks, guys. You have a good one. Take care, y'all. Go.